Good morning, people. Happy new week. It is Monday, the 31st of October. Welcome to TDA, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And everyone is so energized this morning. Let's introduce ourselves.
It's your boy, Big Moss from the east side of the bridge. 6 foot plus of pure temptation and all that energy on 10.
Love it, love it, love it. It is your favorite shade queen, Martin Royalty.
It's Mr. Rotation's Big Man Use. Happy Monday.
They call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
Love to see it, love to see it. How's everyone doing?
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm a little ill, but we move.
Well, you're
Oh, you come
contaminating
to
the
spread
place.
it.
Am I contaminating the place?
Yeah,
Just sneeze on you.
you don't need to
No,
do that.
that is your mic
Well, I'm
forever.
not allowed to sniff or something.
How ill are you?
I've got a little bit of a cold.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
What do you mean?
No, we might have to give you the days off.
I've got a little cold. What? You must get a little cold.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, what? Yeah.
Definitely. I'm not trying to be ill for that. That is not in my plans.
No,
Everyone have a good weekend?
I'll be all right, man. I'll be all right.
Because are you tough, right?
Yeah.
What did everyone get up to this weekend?
Weren't you trick-or-treating?
Yeah, I don't celebrate Halloween. I
Are
don't
you just saying that you dress up as Beyonce and all that?
First of all, I did not say I dressed up as Beyonce. I said that's what people do. So let me give them context. So Marx was basically saying how he doesn't understand, when did Halloween become a thing where people are dressing up as celebrities? And I said from when I've always known it.
No,
It's what's
supposed
always
to be
been.
scary stuff.
I never knew that. So whenever I see people dress up scary, I'm like, oh gosh, you're a bit dark.
No, it is meant to be scary. Well, from when I was a kid, it was scary, innit?
Okay.
It's Halloween.
As we were older, it was like celebrity culture, dressing up as celebrities or whoever. But traditionally, it was meant to be scary.
Yeah, I haven't.
As far as I'm aware, anyway.
Because before, girls weren't doing the like celebrities like say Beyonce and Rihanna. Before they was just like changing everything into like a whore.
Well, yeah, they were doing like a,
Yeah, like the whoring vampire or the whoring
Catwoman, whoring,
zombie,
the whoring nurse.
nurse.
The love and nurse one. Gosh, let it go, man.
They were just freaking up the
that's
freaky
true,
witch.
actually.
You get me? Like,
Yeah.
and then it switched, but I don't remember when it switched. Well, I think that's boring kind of celebrity. It's supposed to go with something scary.
Or like a character. I've also seen characters. Oh my gosh. Do you know what? Big up Audrey. Every single year, Audrey wins every single flipping year. And this year she won as Nutty Professor, but Nutty Podcaster.
Yeah.
Bloody brilliant.
Gigs on it as well, actually.
Like
Gigs.
Professor.
Yeah.
I think I
Oh,
said
is it
something
today?
like that.
This week?
Yeah.
No, this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Audrey won.
There's a lot of people in the Halloween bag. Everybody
Yeah,
couldn't wait to dress
I
up.
think it was a lot this year.
Yeah, it was loads.
It was a lot this year. I didn't know that this was, people were really on this like this.
Yeah, I don't celebrate them things either. So
Yeah. I hope people had fun doing it. I did something really cool yesterday, actually. So I did some filming for a cooking show.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
you can
And
cook.
I can. I just rather not most days. And it was for Grace. So Grace is coming out with her cooking show.
Okay.
It's going to be called Grace's Table. It's proper sick. So if you know Grace, she loves, like, sis can cook and she loves to cook. So it's basically like a cooking show, but she does the cooking and then she has a conversation with the guests. And it was really, really cool. It was really, really nice. I definitely was very, very open. I didn't think the conversation would go where it went. And I was very open and everything. It was really, really good. So I'm looking forward to it coming out.
Yeah.
I believe she said I think end of November, the episodes will start coming out.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm glad it's a different kind of content and it's nice to see her in that different like space. It's giving me like presenter, interviewer vibe.
Did you watch her cook?
Yeah. So she cooks like while we're talking.
Okay.
She makes the dishes fresh.
So what does she make for you? Or is that a
So-
surprise?
No, I'll tell you. I'm already whatever I say on there is gonna be a surprise. But no, so mine was suya, beef suya, and fried yam and plantain. And she knows that because I'm a picky eater. Because I said, I can't have dairy, I can't have this, I can't have that. And she's like, okay, I'll just make it easy. But it's perfect because I love fried yam. My favourite thing. But yeah, it was really, really good. So guys, check that out when it comes out, Grace's Table.
Do you know what other guests she's gonna have?
I know she had someone who is a cancer survivor and like someone as well who's like a business owner. I don't want to say too much. But yeah, she's got like different women where she can have different types of conversations with them.
Oh, so it's only women.
I was gonna say, it's only girls she's cooking for.
Yeah. You cook for a man in your real life. We don't do that in public. Got an image to maintain. I don't know if maybe next season she might consider it, but she was actually just wanted to be a woman thing. Because I think for her, it's about having conversations that's very different to what we typically have. So each person brings a different type of conversation to that.
So it's a feminism thing.
Not so much that, just seeing women in different areas to what you usually would. Do you get what I mean? But yeah, it was really, really cool. It was really nice. Yeah, very fun.
Nice.
All right, anything else to add to anyone's weekends?
Not really, no.
Yeah, you're going through it.
Yeah.
You're down bad.
I'm just thinking, should I have called, based on your lot's response, maybe I should have just called in sick.
Yeah, I mean, potentially.
I've been happy to stay in bed.
Very happy. We know. I think, you might, I think if you sneeze.
But you know, it is. I don't really call in sick,
Really?
That's not really my thing, though. Unless I'm proper sick.
Really?
Like, throughout my life, I go to work sick all the time.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not
you're
really.
a hustler, boy.
I'm not really. I've got
Probably
a cold,
bringing
so-
down companies in your trail. Like, just,
Yeah, unless I'm really, really down bad, I'll always go to
Really?
work. Yeah.
but
I'm
this could
not
have a
calling
domino
sick, babe,
effect. Because if I hear any sniffle when I wake up tomorrow, I'm down bad, man.
Now, sorry, we're going to need proof for you.
What?
We're going to need proof. Because now that you know someone's sick, you're going to try and be like, no, Brent will see for it. There, you need to sneeze at least. I'll tell Brent privately. I don't want you to know how many times you need to sneeze to get the day off. What cheek. Well, guys, we're going to get on with the show. Before we do get on, like the video. You guys should know the drill by now if you don't want Brent cutting you out and blocking you. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also join the community, community.thenewblack.com. And yeah, let's get into the show.
So Rishi Sunak was under pressure to produce a new plan for economic growth last night as it emerged that investment zones are to be axed and infrastructure projects scaled back to save cash. In a round of media interviews yesterday, Michael Gove read the political last rites to Liz Truss's plan to create dozens of low-tax investment zones, which are central to her growth agenda. The Levelling Up secretary said the government infrastructure plans were also set to be cut back, with even the flagship HS2 likely to be under review as ministers scrambled to fill a £50 billion black hole in the public finances. He said ministers would have to take a series of painful decisions in the November 17 budget to reassure the financial markets that the government is serious about balancing the books. Former Chancellor Philip Hammond said Rishi Sunak and the Chancellor Jeremy Hunt were right to act to stabilise the economy, but he warned that they urgently needed a new growth plan to stave off even more tax rises in the future. Official forecasts due next month are expected to show growth is now set to be significantly lower than previously predicted. Lord Hammond told the BBC's Laura Kusenberg show that Mr. Sunak faced a huge challenge on the economy. He said he has got to re-establish fiscal stability, and then he's got to articulate a growth plan, because that's frankly what we're lacking now. Liz Truss's growth plan is dead in the water. Boris Johnson's, which was based on big trade deals, particularly with the US, didn't happen. So they're going to have to set out a growth plan. Because without growth, we're not going to be able to solve the problems that our public services are facing and solve this conundrum that people don't want to pay higher taxes, but do want to have better services. Mrs. Truss's growth plan last month was centred on tax cuts and the establishment of 38 new investment zones, where firms would benefit from lower taxes and a light touch regulatory regime, including on planning rules. The former PM and her Chancellor Kwesi Kwarteng believed the new zones would turbocharge investment in neglected parts of the country, but Treasury officials were alarmed about the potential cost of offering big tax discounts, and the ministers faced a backlash over the planning proposals from groups including the National Trust and the RSPB. So that's, I guess, the first thing. And the second headline is to do with the elections in Brazil. So, Brazil has taken a turn to the left as the former president, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, beat the far-right incumbent Jair Bolsonaro in the presidential election. After a divisive campaign, which saw two bitter rivals on opposite sides of the political spectrum go head-to-head, Lula won the votes by 50. He got 50.9% of the votes, so he won by less than 1%. It was enough to beat Jair Bolsonaro, whose supporters had been confident of the victory, but the division, which this election has highlighted, is unlikely to vanish. It's a stunning comeback for a politician who could not run in the last presidential election in 2018 because he was in jail and banned from standing for office. He had been found guilty of receiving a bribe from a Brazilian construction firm in return for contracts with Brazil's state oil company, Petrol. Lula spent 580 days in jail before his conviction was annulled and he returned to the political fray. So kicking off his victory speech, he started by saying, "They tried to bury me alive, and here I am." So yeah, that's what's happening in Brazil. He's 77 years old. He's like completely from the other side of the spectrum. So he's basically like the Labour equivalent, basically.
Okay.
He's on the far left, and he's just beating the guy on the far right. So it's completely different ends of the spectrum. And yeah, Brazil's going to have a completely different change to their policies and everything, pretty much, it seems like. But yeah, that's the end of the headlines.
Okay. Well, let's get into our What You Saying topic of the day.
This topic of the day is about affirmative action. And the question is, does the good outweigh the bad? What do you guys think about affirmative action? So I know people are going to have different definitions, but I want to just give a consensus one, right? That I got from Wikipedia, so that everyone can kind of base their arguments on that. So, affirmative action involves sets of policies and practices within a government or organization seeking to include particular groups based on their gender, race, sexuality, creed, or nationality in areas in which those groups are underrepresented, such as education and employment, things of that nature. So what do you guys think of affirmative action? Do you think we should have more of it in this country? Do you think it should be more around the world? Or do you feel like things should just be naturally done based on performance?
That's not going to work, though, is it? It's going to be based on nepotism.
So you think by law, the best way to counteract that is to force people to make sure they meet a quota of a certain group?
I mean, just with the way things have gone, and like just society and the way that it's played out, I don't think you can leave people to their own devices to make the kind of changes that need to be made. Especially with a lot of people in them companies and stuff that are in a position of power, older, from a different generation, they probably got a different mindset in it. So unless like you force people to do things or look at them differently, why are they? If they don't have to do it, then why are they gonna do it? Like, I understand some people saying that they don't want that and they want to be there based on merit and stuff. But even within that, it's only gonna be worthy candidates that are being looked at. Anyway, no, or no?
I guess so, to some degree, yeah.
Yeah, it's not just gonna be just because of your skin or because you're black or because you're brown or foreign or woman or whatever. Like that's not gonna appease the company, innit? You're gonna have to be that. Also, you're gonna have to be skilled in whatever task it's in. So anybody that's getting opportunities are people that deserve it. You get me? They just might not have got a look in without affirmative action in place. I think it's kind of necessary, to be honest with you.
What about if you say, for example, say you've got a company, you can only hire 50 people, but now you have to look at the top 100. But in your mind, you're thinking, I only want the top 50. So now you've got to look at people between rank 51 and 100 that you wouldn't ordinarily want to take. But because of affirmative action, you've now got to look further down the list. Yeah,
but that's just like, there's loopholes to that as well, isn't it? You just got to look at them. You ain't got to hire them.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, all right. That doesn't mean I got to hire you. I just got to look. You get me?
But what if the law is you have to hire?
Oh.
Do you feel like your freedoms are then taken away? And maybe your business models changes and all that stuff.
Affirmative action, is it a law or is it just like a best practice thing?
It's more so a law, especially like in America.
Okay.
Especially in America. I think it was more so a law. But yeah.
I think it's obviously in the ideal world you want to be hired based on obviously your skill set. You want to be hired based on merit, but obviously we know what type of world we live in. So if there's something in place to ensure that minorities are hired, then I think it's a good thing.
Again, it's just red tape. People can't. It's not necessarily ensuring. It's like the Rooney Rule in that. Is that in the NFL or is that across everything? Do you know about the Rooney Rule?
No.
They have to like interview a black person when they're going for the rule for the.
As in Rooney, who's that?
I'm not sure what his name would be. Something Rooney. I'm guessing he's the one that would have thing that. But I think it means they have to look at like a black coach when they're hiring.
Okay.
You get me? I think they have to give a black someone an interview at least.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Okay.
But then even then, it's just they'll just get the interview and not get the job.
In
Perfect.
2021, the NFL approved changes requiring every team to interview at least 2 external minority candidates for open head coaching positions and at least 1 external minority candidate for a coordinator job. That's the Rooney Rule.
Yeah.
There you go. What's the person's name who started it? Something Rooney?
I'm not. I thought you were talking about Wayne.
Yeah.
Rooney.
Dan Rooney.
What the hell would Wayne Rooney?
That's why I was confused. I was like, what Rooney are you referring to?
Yeah, apparently the guy's name's called Dan Rooney. He's the former owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers and the former chairman of the league's diversity committee.
Okay, so he's the one to put it in place.
Yeah,
Yeah, but then there's loopholes around it because they'll just give them an interview,
exactly.
but not necessarily get the job. You know what I'm trying to say? And then it's like, all right, cool, we done what we said we had to do. Then now we're gonna go and do what we want to do,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So I don't know if it's all them things are like foolproof.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? It's just like prompting you. I think there's still ways around it.
With affirmative action, do you have to headhunt? So let's say you've put out a job spec and you've got a lack of diverse candidates. Do you then just, okay, this is a pool of candidates I have applying for this job. Do you just take that, or do you actually have to go and seek out minorities?
You have to,
Okay.
yeah. But remember, like, I'm kind of speaking about what goes on in America because I don't think this is the case here, right? And basically, what it is when it first started in the 60s, Kennedy ordered the government contractors.
Yeah.
So private business, your own stuff, I don't think it's enforced like that.
Yeah.
But in terms of the government and certain jobs kind of related to those type of things there, it was basically a thing where you have to. And then also, because of that, colleges, universities did the same thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's basically
Okay.
it.
So are you opposed to it or something?
No, I'm just asking the question.
No, I want to know what you think.
All right, before I answer, let me throw out another thing. Actually, Esther, you haven't said.
I'm for it. 'Cause I think, but then I'm not just for it just being a case where you have to look here. I think take action with the looking. Do you get me? So don't just say you have to at least consider like ethnic minorities, for example, because then you can consider them. They could be good for the job and you just don't go ahead with it. So I don't know if that makes sense. I'm here for all of it. In terms of like, say there was a law that said you have to have like 20% or 25% has to be like ethnic minorities, for example. I'm here for that.
Do you feel like, so say we were ethnic minorities, how do you feel about it?
You still got 75. Get your game up. Because whatever it is, you're the Caucasians. You still got the bigger percentage.
Yeah.
So just get your game up.
But as a Caucasian, you're not your group. You know what I'm saying? In the same way, you're not all black people.
Yeah.
So to say to me that, let's just say I'm a white person, that
you can't even think about it, can you?
very tough. But like, let's just say to say to me now, you know what? There's, I don't know, 80% of my kind in this particular university. I should be happy. But it's like, that doesn't affect me. You know what I'm saying? I still want to become a doctor, for example. I still want to be a lawyer. And I can't get admission because you're telling me these guys over there have taken my position.
Yeah, but we haven't taken your position.
What position?
You have to
as in the white people have
Yeah,
taken
so
because we're white. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but with that anyway, that's why, because this world is competitive anyway. So even if there was 100 spaces all for whites, you might not have been the white that qualifies. So either way, just step your game up. Because now you got lesser chance. So work even harder so you can be part of that. People that made it, do they have 2 heads? You can do it too.
Okay. That same thing happened, yeah. So basically, the reason why it kind of got a bit shaky, right? Because like I said, in the 60s, it was more so like a government order, right? But in the 70s, this guy, white guy, was denied admission. He was denied, right, to the University of California at medical school, to go to medical school. And basically, this was because, like I basically just said in that example, the quota had been met. So obviously, he had the grades and everything. He was good enough to go. But because people went out of their way to go and get a black person or another ethnic minority, it's filled up his space. Do you feel like that white person should have got the space if his grades were higher? Because that's basically what his argument would be. So my grades are better than this ethnic minority that you guys have put in. But because of this quota...
Yeah.
Why did he miss out? Did he enroll late or something?
No, he just...
Yeah, but then...
He just hit a number.
Yeah, the thing is the spaces for the whites, in those spaces, your grade didn't make it for you to have been part of the whites that made it.
Okay.
So don't be looking and be upset at the black person. That is their space. That's for them to deal with. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So yes, it's easy to say, yeah, but I did better than that black person. That's great. But all the other white people that got in did better than you. So, hun.
But why are we comparing against other white people? Like
For the same reason why the white person's comparing himself against another black person.
No, but he's comparing himself against all people as human beings just trying to get admission to law school.
Now, white people don't do that.
No.
But the thing is, he's in the pool of whites. So obviously you've got affirmative action here. You've got the 20%. We're gonna take in that 20% of black people. So your fight is not really, no matter what happened with you over here, we're gonna hire. Was it hire or what's
sorry, enroll.
Sorry, we're gonna enroll a certain percentage of black people, regardless of what you get.
Yeah.
So your fight, in my eyes, is not really with that small percentage over here. It's with your bigger pool over here. Because no matter what you would have done, these lot would have been enrolled.
Yeah.
But do you feel like, okay, so when you went to uni, would you have liked to know that you were up against other black people and not against everybody else?
I don't think it would have made a difference.
How about you guys?
No, I never enrolled. I never enrolled anyway. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, because either way, for me, I'm still up against people. So it doesn't, whether it's black, Asian, or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm still having to fight for my life here. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I don't see many black people being as upset as the white people would be.
Not at all.
Because again, that's white privilege. So if someone said to me, "Oh, I got better than that black guy. Why is he here?" I know deep down what you're really saying deep down. Deep down, you're not comparing yourself to people. It's not by chance that it's a black person you happen to compare yourself to. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, but do you want to be running around fighting for all the black spaces? Like, if I don't get into this place, it should be because I'm better than everybody, not because of the small select group and it's all the black people fighting for the one spaces and you're just pitting me up against black people like that. That wouldn't.
Is this you as a white man or black man?
As a black man.
Do you know what it is? I think in an ideal world, obviously everyone wants to be hired based on their merits, but it doesn't work that way. So I'm just happy to be here. I'll be honest with you. I'm happy to be here, and I will show you why it is that I always should have been here. I can't be like, sometimes there's certain things you're the token black person.
Yeah.
You're the one that you just know. But I don't think the world is not set up enough for me to get upset, hot and bothered about that, and not just get on with what I need to do and excel in what I need to do. But that's just how I see it. If I found out that I got into uni because there was, they had to fill a quota. Yeah, of course, your human ego doesn't like that. However, I'm here, and so I'm going to do what I'm here to do, what I wanted to get here to do in the first place.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think pretty much everybody kind of said the same thing in terms of say it was just based on merit. You guys are basically saying, okay, we all got the same grades. We should allow more ethnic minorities in, right?
Yeah.
If it's not based on grades, so if that pool of white people, for example, did better, not all of them obviously, but let's just say
They're significantly better than like black people, for example. Yeah.
Do you still think? I think basically you guys are both saying that they should still allow those black people in.
Yeah, because you know what it is? Even with them doing better, like studying sociology, white students would typically do better anyway than black students. And then Asian students, a certain Asian people would do better anyway than the whites. Do you get what I mean? And these things, there's so much stuff that contributes to that. Is beyond you just studying and getting the grades. It's the socioeconomic things that affect that. So yeah, they still should, because if that's the case, I think that there's so much opportunities that black people lack, that black people get, that they will always be as a disadvantage. So these things are important to have in place. Do you get what I mean? It's just always important to have in place, in my opinion.
I don't think you should be you should be letting people with lesser grades in because of their skin color.
Yeah, but it's the circumstances there.
Yeah, but even so, I think if you're gonna I think it should still be the best of the best, if that makes sense. Like regardless of your skin color, you should still hit a certain criteria. I don't think you should allow people that's lesser than or lower than to come in just because of their skin color, and then you take away from someone who's got better grades and there's a different skin color just because of the quota. I don't think that's right. They should be equal. I think it should be the people that deserve it should have an equal chance as everybody else. You know, I'm trying to say that, but I don't even understand how it works or whatever, but I'm saying like anybody that's coming in that's going to fit the quota, the small percentage of coloured people, whatever it may be, I think they should still be the top of the top. Like you shouldn't be able to get in above someone that's any colour just because of your colour. If your grades ain't good, I think it should be the people that deserve it.
I think it comes down to the grades. So let's just say you filled your white quota, but you still got a couple other people who are kind of like pending, for example, and you've almost filled up your black quota, but you got these 10 students who all got, let's say GCSEs, and they all got E's, right? I'm not saying enroll the E's because you need to fill the quota. I reckon there should be a certain grade that you should get to qualify.
Yeah.
So if I'm to fill this slot with 5 more black students, these students need to at least have, I don't know, a C or a B.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to, okay, let's take these 5 black students with E's, but let's dismiss these white students who have A's.
Yeah, so that's
I'm saying
what
go and get the
that's
black kids with the A's.
No, they're already there. I'm saying...
Go get more of them.
All right, fair enough. Okay, cool, you can do that, but okay, that's one example. Go and get more people with A's. But if you've got 10 white people pending, like you've got the names on the list, these are people who are pending, who we can give these slots to, but I've still got 5 black slots to fill. But out of the pool I've got, they've all got E's and D's. So I'd rather take these 5 A white students than these 5 black E students, is what I'm saying. So I think it depends on the grades.
Yeah, because I'm not saying that there should be like a massive disparity where it's like that the white students are like on A's,
And
A
then
stars,
E's,
and then
no.
the black students are on E's.
Yeah.
I'm saying like a black student who was predicted an A, but for reasons outside of their control, end up getting a B.
Okay.
But the thing is, you have a
Yeah.
quality. Do you get what I mean? It's just whatever may have happened, family wise or whatever it is. That's the reason why you got a B. Do you get what I mean? I just think these things are. There's so much more that affects students than just.
Is that
them
how it
reading the
actually
books.
works though? Like in real life, are they giving like they're not giving like it is for people with the same
Yeah.
grades and stuff though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I suppose it's fair then. You get me?
But I guess people kind of...
Get me right, Brent, man. What are you doing?
Keep on jiggling, man.
How much moving can I do? What are you talking about?
I need at least just 2 inches on top, but you went to like 10.
And a little dirty.
it's pretty much like you just said. Like, affirmative action isn't to put people in positions that don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? They should be on par. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But if, like you said earlier, if left to their own devices, what we've seen is that a lot of these companies won't go out of their way to hire minorities. That's why they kind of put it in. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think it makes sense. I think most companies, if you're going to be working with people, and I think they kind of should reflect society, or something's missing. You know what I'm trying to say? That. So if an Indian man owns a company and you go into the office and he's got 100 employees and it's 100 Indian people, that's within his rights to do that. But in this day and age and the way society is, and or like just living in these big cities and that's not a proper reflection of life outside. You're gonna be missing something somewhere. I don't know. I'm not saying where. I don't know where. And it works with anything. If it's a black man, it's all black people, white men, all white people. I think it's all the same shit. I think like the diversity needs to, for your company to even thrive and be successful and get different opinions, it needs to reflect what's going on outside. And this should just catering for one demographic.
But reflect to what degree though?
I mean,
Because if you're like black people, we're less than 4% of the population. So as a black man that's got a black business, you ain't gonna have 4% of your employees as black.
no, it's not like but I think it just should be like multicultural.
Okay.
Different religions, different creeds, different races. I just think that, because I don't know what the downfalls or whatever, I don't know what the connotations of it is, but I'm saying it doesn't seem like you'll be getting the best, like maximizing the thing if you do that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I basically, I think that's one of the reasons why I would be for it as well, because I feel like a lot of the time, just certain things that you can learn from life, right, comes because of your interaction with other people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if that mixture isn't there, which again, typically if you look at the past, wouldn't be there if we didn't kind of force people to kind of look to other ethnic groups. You know what I'm saying? That type of growth, that experience, that unity amongst just people from all walks of life, I guess will be a lot harder to achieve.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't agree with what you guys are saying about the lesser grades though. Like even if it's a B, like if it's not an A and you were only accepting A's, I don't think they should be there.
But you know that there's stuff that happens that's like, obviously this sounds extreme, but this is a reality. Say for example, like a child suffered a loss in the family, like you were on track to get A's, all you ever had is A's, now you got B. I don't see why you should lose out because you didn't get an A. Like life happened.
I think that's, but then you would afford that same, would you, in fact, let me not say, would you afford that same grace to a white person?
I afford it to any student who's
yeah,
on track to do that.
Yeah, then that's fine,
especially
then.
because you're black though, because I am black,
Okay.
and so I'm more pro-black than anything else. But no, I think with students, because it does happen.
Okay, I can understand that, because if you're giving that to everybody across the board, then it's kind of equal. Then that's fine, because everyone goes through certain life.
Yeah, but even then, I
circumstances.
just think black kids' lives are harder than white kids. So even then, I wouldn't like, for example, like I'm sure if they look at, you know, I think white kids in school probably have a better life than black kids. So really and truly, even with that, I don't have a problem with the fact that I would just want that for black children.
So then, just to kind of push back a bit, right? Do you feel like you would give more grace to a Ukrainian family, a Ukrainian student then, who's just come from war-torn Ukraine? They're dealing with stuff. They're hearing conversations back home. Their grandparents are still there. They're worried it's affecting their grades, and they don't get the predicted A.
Yeah, that's fine. But is affirmative action for them too?
Minorities
Are they minorities?
in this country? Yeah. I'm just kind of, I'm just expanding it. Is it
I
hypothetical?
definitely.
But also, it's
hypothetical.
not just about life struggles. You might just have a bad day in your exam. It might just be a bad day in exam. You might miss out on an A by a couple marks. So that B might not be a bad B. It might be I almost got an A, B, or it's not always I had a hard life. That's why I got
No,
a bad
honestly,
grade.
and that's a word, because that just reminded me, because I did one of my A levels was law, and I was really good at it. Like, because I wanted to be a lawyer and whatever. Like, my essays were the module answers that was photocopied for the entire class. I went to my exam and I blacked out. I didn't even know my name. Ended up getting a C.
Wow.
Do you get me? So things just happen.
But not to sound some type of way, right? But isn't that part of why you get the grade? So all right, follow me, right? So throughout the year, you take tests, coursework, you do different things, right? And then you kind of predicted a certain level, right? And you're performing like an A student.
Yeah.
So you predicted A,
Yeah.
right? Exam comes and you get a B. Do you still think that person's an A student?
Yeah.
Isn't the test what determines what you are? So we don't have to predict and guess anymore.
No, because a lot of times the school mock exams are even harder than them little things AQA be giving you.
But sometimes they're easier.
I think exams are not. We've all grown now. We kind of can look back at exams, and they weren't all that they were panned out to be, bruv.
Yeah.
Like you can have a student who's an A student, and on a day they might just fucked up and they end up getting a B. Doesn't mean their knowledge and their intelligence isn't
It's
to
a
an
B
A
level.
student. Just means on this particular test they got a B.
But why? But all right, put it this way: would you say the same thing for an elite level footballer?
But what's the test?
Okay, so the test is we're in the final now, and we've been in the final for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
You ain't scored. You've had bad performances. The pressure gets to you.
What, just the final? So in the Premier League?
Yeah, the final. So he's doing well in the Premier League.
Yeah.
He's helped you guys get to the semis, all them type of things there. Final, the guy just doesn't perform.
Yeah, because that's Henry. For Arsenal, Henry never performed in the finals, but Henry's a great player, one of the best players ever. But in the finals, he always flopped.
So if somebody else was in the final, always perform, let's say a Ronaldo, are you going to say Henry's...
You go listen to that. Drogba. Mr. Cup final.
Yeah.
As in he performed in finals.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a big game player.
Yeah, but are we saying that Henry's not a great player because he didn't perform in finals?
No, but
He's not a big game player for Arsenal.
We're comparing other great players. So he's still a great player.
So what's the question? Who would I pick out of Henry and...
Who is the better person?
Okay, if we're comparing Drogba and Henry, Henry's still better.
Forget Drogba.
No, why? Why forget Drogba?
Because Drogba's like
in
other areas.
No,
we
but-
know.
no, but Drogba-
So in winning time, with the history what you've seen,
Yeah.
with it, it's all panned out, you got to put your house
I still might
on the
pick Henry.
line
You
in
never
a
know,
cup
because on
final.
any given day he might perform.
No,
Because
it's
he's a great
seriously
player.
Any given day. Not Henry in that Arsenal team, Drogba in that Chelsea team.
Yeah.
It's a cup final. You've
Yeah.
got to put your house on the line somewhere of one of these men scoring.
Yeah.
Or taking this title home. With
Yeah.
everything you've seen,
Yeah.
you're still going to risk it and go Henry.
Henry is so good, I might take the risk still.
But it isn't like I
No?
get what you're saying, but isn't.
Brent, I'm lying.
I mean, you.
I'll choose Henry over anybody.
Alright.
What in the context of the situation what we're
I
saying?
don't even know what the context is.
But I'm choosing Henry.
But, like, you guys obviously know much more about basketball than me, right? But isn't that one of the reasons why, in my opinion anyway, maybe you guys too, Kobe and Jordan are better than LeBron? Because the guy don't perform when you need him to perform. Both elite, all are elite players,
That's
right?
unfair example. There's a lot of other variables. There's a lot of other variables to
Like
why
what?
LeBron, the other team. A man called Steph Curry. You know what I mean?
But okay, all right. I don't want to obviously go left, right? But if Jordan was in the LA team, in the Lakers team, against Steph Curry, is Jordan losing?
He might do, but have you seen Steph Curry in the man?
No, Jordan
Jordan ain't losing.
You don't know that.
We do know that.
No, you don't.
He ain't lost the finals. If he's going to the finals, you don't lose.
Yeah, but you don't know that. You don't know that he will win against Steph Curry.
We do
don't.
know- we
We
do know
don't.
that.
No, we don't.
What-
We actually don't know.
You got to go through form. One's been in finals and lost. One's been in finals and haven't lost.
No, we don't know, bruv. Jordan never faced a team like Golden State Warriors. Come on, man. A team of lights out shooters. He has never faced it, bruv. Come on.
Okay.
All right. Well, okay. I mean, let me see. Ben, did you put a poll up?
Yeah.
What's the poll say? I don't know what the poll is about.
Affirmative/positive action, because apparently it's called positive action in the UK.
Okay.
Does the good outweigh the bad? I put two options. I agree with AA/PA, and I'm a fan of AA/PA. 73% say they agree with affirmative action / positive action.
Okay.
So you're not for affirmative. Are you for affirmative action then, Iman?
I'm for it because in the actual, you know, it is. I'm not 100% for it, but I am more so for it.
Okay.
If that's all right to answer it that way, because like I was saying before, I feel like if everyone's grades are the same, and then you're saying, you know what, make sure these people put in the effort to find people from other ethnic groups that wouldn't necessarily get a chance, right? But their grades are the same. I'm for that. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because you want to integrate society. And a lot of the time, it mends the rifts and also unifies people from different worlds. Okay. But if your grades are not the same, even if it's a B, and the white guy is an A, I don't think they should be forced to take on the other guy. Not at all. It should be the best of society in every situation.
How do you judge whether like someone's like obviously people are saying like minorities, ethnic minorities and stuff, like if just being from the minorities could affect your grades and stuff, innit?
Yeah.
You can get marked down on stuff or whatever. How do you decipher who that's happened to, if that makes sense?
Yeah.
You can sometimes you can kind of tell with some students. Some people can. I feel like with teachers, you can just tell like what their home lives may be like, kind of thing, and how that could affect them.
So then those are the kind of things that they take into consideration when you're saying when they might give a student with lesser grades, then because they're saying, okay, on paper his grades say this, but in real life we know he's
got this and that factor against him, kind of thing.
But if you don't, wouldn't you have to have a relationship with the student to know that? When you go to if you're applying to a college or something, then it's just strangers, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. The college will be strangers, but I think as like if it's a school that you're in, no, because sometimes you can just tell, like in the way their parents may look, like in how they are and their demeanor, and if they start like even a lot of students sometimes. Teachers actually will say like, so for example, a student is like a good student typically, or just they get on with their work, and all of a sudden they start like acting out. That's a sign. Yeah. That's something maybe going on. Do you get me? That's a sign that there's some kind of change in their life. Maybe in the way they dress as well. They just always they don't look clean and fresh and well put together. That's also something. Yeah, I feel like with teachers just can typically tell.
Yeah, but
I can tell as a student.
Yeah, the grade is still the grade though. So if I'm marking a paper, I'm not going to say, because I know this student, in my eyes, is better than this. You're still getting the B, even if I think you're A. Yeah. It's just wider than that in terms of enrolling for schools and that. That's when I might give them a bit
A
of
bit of-
grace.
yeah.
But would they mark? No, you get what you deserve for that
Yeah.
for that particular exam or coursework. But after that, then I might give you a bit of
Yeah.
leeway based on your performance overall.
Yeah, because you know sometimes even when you're when you're going from secondary school to sixth form,
Yeah.
they tend to go with that when you're applying because you
Yeah.
have to apply so early.
Yeah.
They go with your predicted grades.
Yeah.
So typically they give you like mock exams around that time. If I've been getting A's all year and then I got a B, and one of my teachers actually did this, like I got a B in the mock.
Yeah.
There was a reason why I got the B in the mock. So they'll have a conversation with me like blah blah blah. But they know that if they then now say based on this one exam, even though your track record shows an A,
There you go.
if they put a B down for your predicted, the schools you want, the sixth one you want to go into, they're not gonna even give you the time of day. So there's teachers that will have a conversation and be like, okay, listen, I know this happened. I'm gonna tell them, I'm gonna give them your predicted as an A,
There you go.
but make sure you get that A. Do you get what I mean? Because you know that this is not how it usually is for Esther. Do you get what I mean? It's just
Yeah, and you're making a good point there, but I think they kind of do that to everybody as well, innit?
No.
You don't think so?
Some of you deserve to see that you're predicted.
No, sorry. I mean, for those people, in that situation who, for example, have had it tough for a particular reason, maybe there was something they're dealing with, and then, you know what I'm saying, the grade fluctuates, so they sat down with the person. So basically what I'm trying to say is that's not a unique to black people thing. That's everybody.
Yeah, but it's everybody, but in this situation we're talking about affirmative actions, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry. Basically, the reason why I say that is basically to say, at least in that type of thingy, it's across the board where it's kind of fair. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if you're going to, and also you guys made a good point about obviously grades don't determine everything. But again, that's the reason why you have coursework, right? And other type of things to demonstrate maybe your ability to do something, what's the word? Practical and, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So I think maybe the issue would be, from my perspective, if you kind of reduce the amount of weighting you put to exams, so you can see how they kind of perform in other areas of life, right, in school. But it just doesn't sit right with me to tell me that because this person's this particular color, they should get the job over somebody else.
I think I see it differently because obviously I can't remember all the stats and whatever, but I did study sociology at in sixth form, and I studied it in my uni degree as well. And I actually know that there are factors against ethnic minorities that means they don't perform the way they should. So that is why I have the mindset I have in terms of if it's gonna benefit them, I'm here for that.
I fully, don't get me wrong, I fully agree with you because there's definitely things that's unique to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like kind of like what Mark was saying. Like, how do you identify which one perfectly? Because someone could just say, well, I'm black too. But black people live in two different environments. You could be in council estate and one could be in Chelsea in a 4-bedroom something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you don't just give that, for lack of I can't think of the word, but you don't just give that grace based off the skin color. Like the skin color is where it starts, but there's other things, there's other means testing that goes on.
And that's why it went back to what I was trying to say. But
Yeah.
that other thing that you use to determine, you kind of would apply to white people too and other people because there will be a white guy in the same council estate, right?
Yeah.
Who may go through the same type of problems. So so that particular thing that you're doing, which is good, is not unique to black people. It's for everyone. So it's kind of fair.
It's not unique. Nah, I don't agree with that.
Okay, cool.
Because again, I'm going back to the fact that ethnic minorities have it worse than other people. So even though someone else might be going through something, that's fair enough. But when we look at the statistics, ethnic minorities as a whole, like that person who's going through it in that race is like the anomaly.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
However, in this group of people, this is what the anomaly is, someone who isn't going through it. Do you get what I mean? So it still isn't balanced and it still isn't fair in that way for me. But
I get what you're saying because definitely, like we said, certain things black people go through typically is just like even just the way teachers treat us.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So obviously it's going to affect our performance and even just our willingness to engage, to even go to school, to go to class. You know what I'm saying? Certain things are going to affect us more. I think maybe my issue would be how do we solve that in the classroom first? Because I don't know, it just doesn't sit well with me that we can allow somebody who doesn't perform as well as somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my struggle. But
I think there's so much to it because even with that, there's institutional racism that plays a part in there where there's kids that actually aren't doing anything, but the teachers assume that they are going to do something. The teacher's back is turned to the class, someone's talking, you turn around because I'm not making a note right when you turn around, I'm the one who was causing the problem. Meanwhile, I really wasn't. Do you get me? So even with that, it's so much more, and sometimes it's really beyond the student.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of problems, boy.
Again, all this affirmative action stuff, I'm just saying, I'm of the mindset that it's not for people with like lesser capabilities, is it?
No.
So it's everybody that's on the...
Yeah, it goes hand in hand with your effort. Sorry, your basically your grading system, your performance, all of that. It goes hand in hand with it. Yeah.
So anybody that gets it, anybody that actually does get it is deserving anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
So then, yeah, I'm definitely for it then.
Yeah.
You get me? I think it's necessary because, like I'm saying, people ain't gonna do. Not the average person ain't just gonna do that off their own back. You get me? When you speak to the people that own these companies and come from just from a different day and age, a different time. There's no. If it's been working for them. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, kind of thing. If you don't force them to make a change, they're just not gonna do it. So I don't think it's a bad thing at all.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
All right. Well, let's get into our next headlines.
And this one, you know what? Like a lot of these headlines today, like it's just trigger warning galore, basically.
We're like acting out, boy.
Yeah, man. A man has been found dead after incendiary devices were thrown at a Home Office migrant centre in Dover. 2 or 3 devices described as petrol bombs by a witness were thrown by the suspect, who was found dead at a nearby petrol station shortly later. Another device found in the man's car was later made safe by the explosives ordnance disposal unit. 2 people who had been inside the centre suffered minor injuries in the attack. Kent Police, which is leading the investigation, is not currently treating the incident as terrorism, and the Home Secretary Suella Braverman described the attack as distressing. A photographer who works with Reuters news agency who witnessed the incident reported a man had thrown petrol bombs with fireworks attached before taking his own life. The Dover MP, Natalie Elfeek, also said she understood the suspect had killed himself. Speaking to LBC Radio, Ms. Elfeek said that the motivation of the perpetrator was so far unknown, but the centre is a well-known facility where small boats arrive before people are taken 20 miles away to the Manston Asylum Processing Centre in Kent. The Dover site remained open, but around 700 suspected migrants were moved to Manston, about 50 miles away, for their safety during the initial stages of the police investigation.
So you tried to bomb up a detention centre?
Yeah. And then killed himself. But yeah. Next headline, trigger warning once again, and this takes us to Somalia. So the president, Hassan Sheikh Mohammed, announced that twin car bomb explosions near a busy junction in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, killed at least 100 people on Saturday. He said among the victims who were massacred were mothers with their children in their arms. He appealed for international medical help to deal with the 300 injured. The president blamed the Al-Shabaab militant group for Saturday's attack, which targeted the education ministry. The pro-jihadist Somali Memo website has reported that the group has said it was behind the blasts. Al-Shabaab, which is an affiliate of Al-Qaeda, has engaged in a long-running conflict with the federal Somali government. President Mohammed, in power for 5 months, pledged total war against the Islamist militants after they attacked a popular hotel in Mogadishu in August, killing at least 21 people. Saturday's blasts happened within minutes of each other, destroying buildings and vehicles in the vicinity. The first hit the education ministry and the second went off as medical teams arrived to deal with the aftermath. A lorry exploded at the same junction almost exactly 5 years ago to that day, leaving more than 500 people dead, which is the worst of such an attack in the country's history. After Saturday's attack, hundreds of people have gathered near the site looking for their missing family members. That's sad, man.
Sad.
Yeah. And the next one, again, another trigger warning. This happened in South Korea over the weekend. Basically, everyone was celebrating Halloween. And so South Korean authorities are investigating the crowd surge that killed at least 154 partygoers in Seoul as the rattled nation attempts to come to terms with one of the worst ever disasters. The country has begun a week-long period of mourning while officials attempt to understand why the devastating crush took place. At least 26 foreign nationals, including 2 US citizens, are among the dead. More than a dozen embassies around the globe have confirmed victims from their countries. What caused Saturday's surge is unclear, but witnesses say that partygoers were packed tightly into narrow streets in the capital's nightlife district of Itaewon, as people enjoyed the first Halloween weekend since COVID-19 restrictions were lifted. Police have said that nearly all the victims, at least 150, have been identified. The death toll, which included 56 men and 97 women. So the numbers are a bit skewed from different sources at the moment. South Korea's Ministry of Education said Monday that 6 school students were among the dead, including one in middle school. 3 teachers also died. Emily Farmer, who's a 27-year-old English teacher in Seoul, who was passing through Taiwan, she spoke to CNN and she said that her and her friends were overwhelmed by the crowds in the streets and decided to enter a bar. Shortly after, rumours started spreading that somebody had died and patrons were not allowed to leave. She then received an emergency message from the government alerting them to a dangerous situation in the area, and later was allowed to leave the bar, at which point she discovered the scale of the tragedy. She said that there were rows and rows of people with tarps covering them in the streets. It was horrible. Not everyone died instantly. Groups of people were crying. Many victims were receiving CPR and had their costumes taken off to allow medics at the scene to resuscitate them. They were still pulling people out because it was so crowded. Yeah, and that's the end of that headline as well.
All right. Wow. Let's get into Word on Road. About sad, like marriage breakups and divorces and stuff. But my first bit is Tom Brady and his wife Giselle have basically separated. So he put out a statement on Instagram and he said, "In recent days, my wife and I finalized our divorce from one another after 13 years of marriage. We arrived at this decision amicably and with gratitude for the time we spent together. We are blessed with beautiful and wonderful children who will continue to be the center of our world in every way. We will continue to work together as parents to always ensure they receive the love and attention they deserve. We arrived at this decision to end our marriage after much consideration. Doing so is, of course, painful and difficult, like it is for many people who go through the same thing every day around the world. However, we wish only the best for each other as we pursue whatever new chapters in our lives that are yet to be written. And we kindly ask for privacy and respect as we navigate what is to come in the days and weeks ahead." And then she also put out a statement and she said, "With much gratitude for our time together, Tom and I have
Amicably.
That's it, thank you. Finalized our divorce. My priority has always been and will continue to be our children, whom I love with all my heart. We will continue co-parenting to give them the love, care and attention they greatly deserve. The decision to end our marriage is never easy, but we have grown apart. And while it is, of course, difficult to go through something like this, I feel blessed for the time we had together and only wish the best for Tom always. I kindly ask for that privacy be respected during this sensitive time. Thank you, Giselle." I always find it weird when people ask for privacy.
She's taking a piss anyway.
Why? Why?
This man ain't done nothing wrong. She just divorced him because he wants to keep playing football, you know.
Yeah.
You get it? Oh, really?
That's what it
No,
seems
but,
like.
no, but I swear they had a deal though.
To us, that's what it looks like.
He just wants to keep playing football. He just wants to keep earning,
No, but
putting
didn't
bread on that family's table.
No, but didn't they have a
making sure they're
deal
living nice.
that he would retire so she can then do her career? He's
Shit
selfish. He
changed,
did this.
bitch. What?
Yeah, but
He's selfish for that.
Nah, I
because
still
the thing
got
is,
it.
as a unit, we can't come up with a plan that, okay, do you know what? You go forth with your career, you shine. At this point, you tap out and then I go and do what I want to do. And then because you're enjoying everything you're doing so much, you then change the script on me.
Nah,
Of
man,
course
I'm
gonna
winning
leave.
Super Bowls, bitch. You talk about cupcakes.
Nah, man, that's dead, man. I didn't. You're ridiculous. You are ridiculous.
That's a cupcakes and I talk about. I need to
That is-
win these rings, man.
That is ridiculous.
Now, I don't know what her endeavors are, whatever. I don't know what she was going to do, but come on, man.
No, he was selfish. He did that.
This man ain't cheat. There's nothing, you
No,
know.
but it's not about that.
There's people in relationships that are down bad, you know.
It's
She's
not
got a
about
good
that.
man that's earning, taking care of the
Nah,
family. All he wants to do is play.
Nah, it's not about that. Because if she's had to literally
Streets
stop
is fucked up,
and
man.
have no career and have nothing, and we had a deal, and then you switch up the deal on me, and you still expect me to stay. Sorry, no, I'm leaving for that. That's out of order. Because whatever it is, yeah, she would have had to. She might
Someone
feel no
said-
fulfillment.
Someone said they had a dude who was going to retire and he extended it for like 5 years.
Yeah, he did. That's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. He's ridiculous for that. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her for walking away because I think that's really out of order. You can't do stuff like that, man, and then expect me to stay. And then, like, this marriage doesn't revolve around just one person. And if we make a deal, then we make a deal and we stick with that. You can't switch up on me and then expect me to stay here and be suffering and feeling useless.
Yeah, no, if he extended it by 5 years.
Yeah, he
then
did.
He's taking the piss.
He's not taking
Absolutely
the piss.
took the
He's
piss.
made 5 years. He made millions and millions, and he's won
And?
rings.
And
It's not like he's there. Like he's been successful. He's at the top of his game.
No, I know.
that's
I know.
more reason why he
I
could
know.
tap out.
No, you gotta understand. We gotta
That's the more reason
adjust.
why he
we
should
got-
have tapped out.
We gotta make adjustments.
Nah, man.
You said thick and thin. This is what you said. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You said thick and thin. This is what you said to me.
You really have to know who you're making vows with because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's advice he should get. Like, you get me?
So you don't think he was wrong for what he did?
He's winning.
That's not what I asked you. Do you think he was wrong for what he did? Yes or
I'd
no?
have to go on Google. Someone if you can
Sir,
be bothered to check. I want to know how
answer my
much. I want to know how
question.
many millions he made in them 5 years, and how many millions she made in those 5
That's
years.
funny.
Couldn't because
Then
he
I'll tell
told
you.
her he told her to stop.
Wait,
he told her to stop making money so he could make
apparently
money.
Giselle was worth more than Tom Brady, apparently.
Was.
No, it is.
Oh, okay. Shit.
What did she do?
No. Do your next
Giselle.
roll again.
She's a
Was
supermodel.
tried it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
She ain't worth no more than Tom
More
Brady's
than him?
supermodeling. What model? What's she model? Allow it, man.
She's a babe, you know.
Yeah, but how much
Tom
they paying
Brady,
her?
though.
Listen, do you know? You guys don't know about the industry. She's a top babe because it's out here. What's Super Bowl? Was that football?
Like
Is
back
that
in the day, he must have
whatever,
been.
you know?
It couldn't have been that crazy, but his career earnings must have shot up over the last decade or so. Like he must be doing his thing.
Well,
How?
according to, celebrity net worth, that's all we can go
That's
off
what we
of.
can go by.
He's worth 250 million. She's worth 400 million.
Ooh.
And she still wants to go out and do stuff.
Nah, she's taking
Why?
a piss.
Because
She's taking a piss.
Let
She
him
got
catch up, man.
400 million. She can make all the cupcakes she wants. She's bothering this man. Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
are you being serious?
Yeah, it's a mockery. She's
So
taking
you're
a
dead
piss.
serious.
Huh?
You're dead serious.
She got 400 million.
That's not what I asked you. This is the second time you're avoiding my question. You're dead serious. Like with the way you're reacting right now, you really mean this from the depths of your soul.
Yeah, I'll do. I promise you.
Do you know how wave it is that he has to go and sweat and put his life at risk, and he only made 250, and she's just been chilling.
That's a boss, babe. Big up Giselle,
This is
man. Big up Giselle. I love this, man. Can't be making up. What's it called? Agreements in a marriage, and you're trying to switch up on me because you're insecure because you poor and I'm not. That's dead. Big up Giselle every time, okay?
Man said, boy, man, he's worth 250 million.
Big up Giselle. I'm proud of her, and she's still a babe. She's gonna get a new man soon. She's gonna get a new man very, very soon. But anyways, but either way, it's always sad when the marriage ends. So yeah. The next bit of news is absolutely just ridiculous. I'm just really tired of Nigerians some days. So Wizkid, I don't feel like Wizkid talks very much,
No.
but when he talks, I wish he didn't.
So when he does, you understand why he don't talk so much.
Yeah. So basically, he went on Snapchat, and he was like, so he says, "I can stop touching the mic today, and your little niggas still can't touch the wealth, even if you ask your dad and mum for help." And that is a shot at the video, and I do not like that. I don't like that. People need to leave the video alone because the video did all he had to do by himself.
But aren't they boys now? Ain't they made up though?
It gets worse. Just wait on it. Because the people you think he's cool with, I don't know what happens with these artists sometimes. I'll read that again. "I can stop touching the mic today, and your little niggas still can't touch the wealth, even if you ask your dad or mum for help." Then he hashtagged "More Love, Less Ego," which is the name of his album, and he hashtagged "Everybody's Daddy." Then he says, "Also soon, I'll open a class for you niggas to come learn how to get all you deserve with less work and smart business choices." Just because he's out here chilling with Naomi Campbell, we won't hear words. Cool. Anyway, then he goes, "Moving forward," this is where I said, "Oh dear." He says, "Moving forward, y'all address me as sir or daddy before you mention my name. Okay, babies?"
That's a pause. There's a lot of pauses there.
It's a lot of foolishness there. And then, so he said all of that, and basically people on social media were like, "You need to stay calm. You need to be humble. You're basically doing the absolute most." There was actually a guy who's in Nigeria. He's a media personality. Mm-hmm. His name is Daniel Rega, and he basically said, Wizkid said people should address him as sir or daddy before mentioning his name. That's basically his ego, and quite silly since he's not the biggest in the game. He's a top-rated African artist, but he has not truly influenced anyone's career. Respect is earned, not demanded, no offense. But anyways, so all that Wizkid said, Burna Boy enters the chat. Burna Boy caught wind of this. And Burna Boy went on his story and he said, "I can't talk money with you if you haven't made $100 million this year. Just smoke breakfast and sit down," basically. And then Wizkid then responded to that, which is one of my most favorite like Nigerian insults ever. And all he said was, small Nyash the shake. So basically, Nyash is like his bum, yeah? And typically, obviously, the girls with the biggest bum is what is. So there was a time where, I think it was during lockdown, and there was someone with like a very, very small bum, and they were literally putting all the effort. And someone just walked by and they were like, small Nyash the shake. It was very, very funny. So yeah, but again, I thought everyone was good. I thought everyone was cool with each other and everyone was fine. But it's just, all I see is just male egos just...
Well, maybe it's just a banter thing between the two of them. Because they made best songs together, innit?
Yeah, but I think they're serious.
The music industry is phony. These people ain't really friends.
They're not really friends. It's just, it looks good optics-wise. And we can make money that way.
Yeah,
so
it helps when you're collabing and doing stuff and, oh, my bro, this and whatever.
Exactly.
They're not really friends.
They're not, because they be subbing each other all the time. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. But Burna's doing amazingly well.
Yeah.
Because I know he's doing Wembley next year. And I think he can sell it out, personally. I know
You make 100 million this year, yeah?
Apparently so. Because he's got, and also he's got a line. It's like a smoked breakfast line. I think it's like, obviously, you know, he was doing the whole chopped breakfast thing.
Yeah.
So he's got some kind of merch stuff going on. And I heard he had a show somewhere the other day. I can't remember where it was now. And it was raining and everything, and he still performed. And people were in the rain. People were ready to go, but because he was performing and he gave his all, they stayed. I'm looking forward to seeing him next year. I've never seen him. No, that's a lie. I have Afro Nation.
Oh, yeah, I'm seeing him this year. I forgot.
Oh, yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Give us a review when you get back.
Definitely.
Yeah, but he puts on a show. Like, he proper performs. So I get it. But I just wish everyone would just stop all this fighting for the first place and blah. Like, no one really cares. But speaking of fighting, we're back in. I'm taking it back to the UK. So basically, there's a new show on Trend Central. It's called Fashion Feds. And essentially, it's like Fashion Police with like Joan Rivers and all that kind of stuff, where they basically critic... Yeah, they look at people's outfits from events. What was that? My hair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my hair keeps...
Oh, it was very vicious the way you done that.
Yeah. I thought it was a fly thing. You better hope that didn't look wrong in the camera. I might try and get you, Brent. But yeah, so essentially they kind of talk about people's outfits when they go to like red carpet events and events that happen in the UK, basically. And I guess it's not really sitting right with people because they've spoken about people that they know. Obviously, I think the biggest one was about Miss Banks when she went to the Woman King premiere. And she just basically she had a black dress on, nice shoes, a nice coat. She looked very simple, basically. And they're basically talking about like, oh, you can't be on red carpet looking like that, you know, in the same place as Viola Davis and John Boyega.
Oh, they were shading her.
Yeah, they were.
Oh,
I didn't click the thing, but I thought they was bigging her up.
No, they were.
That's the same show where they were talking about IVD's dress.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah. So that's all of that stuff has basically then sparked a lot of conversation online. People are like, oh, the UK can't do stuff like this because it's all too close to home and blah, blah. And do you know what? With that, yeah, I don't like that sentiment that we can't do certain things because you're not going to get in your feelings. Like, people can't talk about they don't like your music. All these things is all subjective. Yes, you know, the person making these comments, you might not feel like they're the best dressed. Yeah. So it's like, first of all, how dare you kind of thing. But I don't feel like the UK should not be able to have these things because you guys get in your feelings. And I think what annoys me the most is that people in the UK want to really, really embrace and take in everything to do with American culture, except when it comes to criticism. So you don't want to do the slangs. You want to do the kind of music. You want to do the whole, the culture of, you know, a man has to be rolling with a Rolex or an AP or this and has to pick me. You want to embody every single part of their culture, except when it's about truths. Do you get what I mean? Because over there as well, yes, of course, that, you know, Charlamagne might say something mad about you, but you go on a breakfast club. It's their job. Do you get what I mean? But here people have a whole other thing. But anyway, Esther Filana, she's one of the hosts on there. And another girl called Charlie, she can dress. Sis has been, I remember from like years ago, she's been doing this for years, so she can dress properly. And there's another guy on there, don't remember his name, but yeah, he's on there too. And Esther basically said, the day the UK stop using the word "you're a hater," for giving an opinion is the day doors of elevation shall open. You comment on someone's music, you're a hater. You comment on someone's style of dressing, you're a hater. You comment on a storyline, script, or film in the UK, you're a hater. Hater, hater, hater. The UK can't take criticism and see anything that goes against the grapevine as hate. They really don't deep what an individual opinion means.
That's
Nothing.
facts, bro.
Anyways, shit's changing. As I said, fashion feds, we're here and we're not going anywhere. See you at the next red carpet event.
I
And
blame
it's true.
So Solid.
Say again?
I blame So Solid.
Why? What do you mean?
Why?
Nobody in this country had haters until So Solid.
So many, are you talking about the song? So many haters o'clock.
I promise you, I've lived through it. I've lived
through it.
No one had haters until So Solid dropped that, and then everybody's had haters ever since. You get me? No one ain't hating on you. You're just meaty. You get what I'm trying to say?
I love that. You know? I love that saying. No one's hating on you. You're just meaty.
I'm telling you now. This is the problem, and it's like she's right. Like everybody just chat shit. People don't want to be critiqued. You get what I'm trying to say? Like they don't understand that even in this industry what you're going for, like it works hand in hand. Like you see that these artists, these people, like they're not talking about nobody. Like these blog pages posting, like they're only talking about people that are credible people. You know what I'm trying to say? Like so they go hand in hand. They're talking about you, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent. Like when you put music out there or anything that you put out there, it's out there for the masses. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, and as the consumers, they should be allowed to critique on whatever they want. But I get why people. No, I don't. I get why they moan because obviously all these artists and stuff have got egos and that, and it's because the place is too small.
That's
Like you're always gonna see someone, or there's always a connection back to someone.
Yeah.
Someone's always scared to say something because this is my brother and he knows him, and I'm gonna mess up this
Yeah.
relationship. And there's all of that kind of stuff going on. But you just gotta break through it because I think with like any kind of content, a lot of people don't know what they want until you put it on them. You just gotta force feed it to people.
That's the thing.
And get them used to. Because everybody's gonna chat shit about people and be open and critique them. Eventually you're just gonna have to. Because if it's just one person, you can flare up and try and bully them and try and make a thing. But if everybody's doing it, eventually you just got to be like, you get me?
and I think to be honest, because people are basically saying how so obviously Esther's come from back chat, whatever. And people are like, what makes her qualified to be able to do blah 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 blah. And fair enough, but shut up, man. But one thing I did like is that she said how Ms. Banks is her friend. Like she's cool with Ms. Banks, but she said, I have seen her dress a lot nicer than she did. Do you know what I mean? So, because again, it's back to that, people feel like, oh, the UK is too small and this is your friend, so you can't really say this. I just think it's a show that is going to do that. Don't take it so personally. I think that's the problem. People take things so personally so quick. Just because I didn't like your outfit on this red carpet doesn't mean that I hate you as a person. Like
it's better when people are qualified to talk though.
It is definitely better when people are qualified to
like,
talk.
If you're going to talk about fashion, at least have a history in fashion or be a fashionista. Like be someone that's like that girl that you said, I don't know who she is or what she does.
She can dress, man.
To see, and I'm guessing that's the popular opinion of her. That's the consensus.
Yeah, everyone is that,
So everybody knows that. So it's like, all right, cool, let her talk. But if more time your fashion taste has been a horror show for the most part,
not a horror show,
and you want to sit down on shows talking shit about people like who told you could do this?
Yeah, for real.
You get me? I get it. I went through that stuff with like listening party and that. We were doing a listening party and there was a lot of pushback. There was a lot of pushback to a lot of the girls on there saying, "Oh, who gave these people right to talk about things?" But it's like you put music out there for the masses. These are your consumers. They're allowed to give their opinion on it. Yeah. You just don't like that they've been given a platform. And I think
that's what it is. Low key is the spirit of hateration, not from the people giving the criticism, from the people watching, because you feel like, because you always feel like, oh, I'll be better for the job. You always feel like, oh, no, I'll be better. No, you just don't want that person to have the job. And as soon as people start admitting that that's evil spirit is within them, we can really get forward as a society. We can really move forward as a society. Just admit that you're upset that person has the opportunity.
Yeah.
And we can move forward.
I get for that. I probably damaged a lot of relationships for talking about artists in public and that. There's people who I know don't fuck with me. It's like, and they haven't like openly said it, but I could just see from interactions, and obviously I know about stuff that I've said. These people don't fuck with me.
Tell them your music was meaty, isn't it?
If I don't like, that's the difference between me. I will say whatever I got to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
But you know what? It's mad that all these things is always subjective anyway. Like I'm not for. Made in Lagos is my favorite Wizkid album, and I stand by that. Everything, if people taking things like differently, where something might speak to you, where you might take it in a lot more, is different to where someone else will. It's all subjective. So you can't take, like me saying Made in Lagos is not my favorite album does not make Wizkid a shit artist. Yeah. Doesn't mean that it's bad. It's not bad music. It's just not, in terms of what I look for in Afrobeats, that wasn't what I'm drawn to. Do you get what I mean? I don't know why people take things so personally.
I don't pay no mind because art is subjective.
That's it.
You're a crybaby. Like,
you are a crybaby.
Simple as that, bro. Like, people are not meant to like everything you do.
You do. Like, and that's the thing. People just want yes men. You want everyone to like everything you do. But how would you evolve and how would you be better if everyone always just says yes to everything you do? But Emanike also chimed in the conversation and he said, I'm screaming, not the guy from Fashion Feds telling me he loved my outfit 2 times at the Rated Awards last week, only to slate it on his channel. I'm totally fine with him not feeling the look. I just feel like if you know you're about to give it a chop on your channel, keep a poker face or something. Don't tell me you love it and ask me for an interview to talk about it. So that I did think, okay, yeah, you're...
That's game. I'll fuck with that.
Brent,
I'll fuck with that. That's cold. Man said, "Oi, great look, baby boy. Do your thing, boo boo."
When I showed that was terrible.
He look whack. Oh, that's quality. No, he's gonna make it like whoever that person is.
What was your thoughts on Emelike's outfit?
I don't even know Emelike's outfit. Listen, let me look at it very quickly.
It was very flagrant.
Yeah, but he looks like a alternative fashion type of guy. That was not shade, by the way. Please don't. It's every day. But you get me? Like, you know, some people just test the water. Like, you know, the people that do a lot with their fashion.
Yeah.
They go outside of the box. Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Let me see it.
But that's on brand for Emelike, though.
Oh my god.
That's it.
They do that. I mean,
That's on brand.
Of course, he didn't like the outfit.
Yeah.
No, but if you see the guy on Fashion Fed, he
changed.
just like
I don't know how he
That's
used
the
to
way he
be.
got pearls in his ears and thing. Innit?
yeah, exactly.
That's
So
how he used
this
to be.
is right up his. I feel like he did like it.
Yo, send that to me.
That's not Brent said.
Send me.
Oh, send it to you. Okay.
Yeah. The link so I can put it up.
I thought what the link to the picture.
Yes, email it to me.
Okay. Email.
This is a long process.
No, I think people just got to be strong, man. You see, like when you're trailblazers and leaders in the industry, like you just gotta put up with a lot of the flack so the people behind you don't have to. You get me? But you just gotta be strong. You just gotta keep talking about people, man. Keep talking about people. Keep commenting on their shit. Keep passing your opinions, whether they like it or not. You just gotta keep doing it. And then
I'll be honest with you. I actually like this outfit
got
It suits him,
Emelike.
innit?
because it's Emelike's brand.
It
It's
suits him.
yeah.
It suits
Let me see it
who
again.
he is.
And the thing is, I can see that guy saying he did like it because I can see that guy dressing like that too.
at my
So he
words.
is a phony.
this is meaty. I don't even understand what's going on here.
It's,
So
it's a splash of green.
what's the splash? What's the rap?
Splash of green.
Why did?
That's a whole pool of green.
It's a oomph.
Where did you send this to?
You said your email, your Gmail email.
All right, fine.
These are on real foolishness. This is whack.
The thing is, yeah, when you critique fashion or people, do you base it on who they are? Not
what you would
whether
wear.
you would wear or not. Based for what he does, his image, like for him, is that a decent outfit? Or obviously for you, it's not.
No, I
Because
just
come
feel-
on, look how he dresses on a normal day.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he looks like shit.
Okay, well that's that. That'll do it.
I'm just saying that. I think even if I could see someone wearing something and it not be for me,
stop it.
it could be totally outlandish,
Yeah.
But that person, I see their vision, like for them, and they look,
Yeah.
they look put together,
Okay.
and it works.
Yeah.
It might not be for me. I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole.
Yeah.
but
It works for them.
It works for
But
them.
you don't think that works for him?
It does, man.
it's not. No, it could work for you and still look shit though.
Do you know what I think? I think that if that's even his simplest look. Now that I'm looking at everything, how he usually dresses, that's his simplest look. He's on the channel. On the
Oh
thing.
no, it's just my opinion. It don't matter. It don't mean shit, innit? It don't count for
Yeah.
anything. I just, yeah.
And that's the thing again. Is you shouldn't take it. You know, you shouldn't take it personally. Everyone's just got their own opinions.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But yeah, so I definitely am on Emenike's side in terms of don't be all up in my grill.
Yeah.
You're out here trying to get an interview. You know.
Didn't Esther say that
what it
IVD's outfit looked like you know when how you pack meat?
Okay.
It's got the string around the meat.
How is that the same? Saying even you guys get defenses at the comments sometimes. It's natural. I don't think that's the same.
It's definitely not the same. When you're out here talking,
We're
anyway.
having conversations, in real time. Yeah, a lot of them are opinion based. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you want to give your opinions as well. So it's the same thing. Just like you are open to chat shit about our opinions,
Yeah.
we're open to chat shit about user opinions. So when we're arguing about a point,
Yeah.
and you come and give your dumb opinions,
Okay, thank
if
you.
you don't if you don't
No,
agree with
no, but
it,
you know-
we should be allowed to say something.
No,
I
but
don't think it's the
you
same
know what's mad
thing.
about that as well? Do you know what's mad? Why it's definitely not the same thing? Because they're not even sometimes criticizing our opinions. You're trying to go personal. Talking about I don't have kids. I'm single. You're stupid, man. Don't be stupid.
Man,
Stop the
you're
foolishness.
stupid, man.
What kind of nonsense is that? Don't you dare. Talking about you guys get defensive. You're about to get blocked. You're lucky I'm not the one behind this YouTube.
This just proved their point as well.
No, I think to not agree with someone's opinion, there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. It's life.
Yeah, not agreeing with it's cool, but they don't want people to give it.
That's the thing. Yeah.
They don't want there to
Yeah.
be a platform where people can critique your work,
Yeah.
which is stupid because all it does is hold people accountable. Like, you get what I'm saying? It holds you accountable to your work. If someone's going out dressing all the time or making music all the time and you've got a gauge of what's going on in it. So if you're that bothered about it, just do better.
Yeah.
Like, put on a better look, make a better song. You know what I'm trying to say? That, but no one wants to be held accountable to nothing. They just want to be able to just do what they want to do. That doesn't make no sense. Life ain't like that.
Because I would think that as an artist, you always want to grow.
Yeah.
So I want to know what works for people. I want to know, like, even like with comedians as well. That's why I liked when, so you know that during lockdown, Kevin Hart did like a special. So what he typically does anyway. He's like, he goes to like very, very small underground like cities where, you know, he can test in like a bar or a pub or whatever. But he did one where, so basically in Clubhouse, they were basically talking about Kevin Hart not being funny, and he joined the room. He joined the Clubhouse room to hear people's opinions on why they didn't think he was funny. It was funny though. A lot of the guys, man, like, I'm macho, I'm strong. A lot of them started kissing his booty hole. It's crazy. It's very funny when he turned in there. But yeah, I just think it is what it is, man. But I don't know. With the UK, man, I don't know what it is, man. But yeah, it's interesting, man. Very, very interesting. But anyways, that is all the word on road there is for me today. And let's get into the People's Journal.
So welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. So the first thing I want to talk about, I've only got like 3 things to talk about today. First thing is about energy bills. Again, I spoke about this almost like every day. But you know, this is somewhat good news, especially if we fall into this category. So I've spoken before in the People's Journal about how everyone's going to be getting a reduction in their energy bill, right? Basically, due to this whole energy bill support scheme, and should automatically just the credit should automatically just appear on your bill, right? But for customers who've got prepayment meters, that's not what's going to happen, right? So, basically, there's loads of people out there, half the amount of people that are on prepayment meters that haven't claimed these vouchers.
What's the prepayment with the electric key?
Yeah.
They try to give me that foolishness back. I said, go away from my yard. You know them, they've been trying to give me a key back. For years, they've been trying to
Get away from my yard.
move from my house. Okay? Back key. Anyway, so go on.
Yeah. But basically, a lot of people who have got that, right, need to actually go and get their vouchers redeemed and stuff, isn't it?
Okay.
So if they don't do that, they're missing out on this £400 that everybody else is going to be getting.
But did they notify them that they have vouchers to redeem?
Yeah. They should have been notified.
Okay.
Well, they should be listening to TDA.
Well, that's right.
So basically, from the 1st of October, if you didn't know, households should have begun receiving the first instalment of the government's energy bill support scheme, right? But like I said, based on the figures from an in-store payment company, so you know PayPoint, which is where I think everyone pretty much uses them, innit? To top up their gas and whatnot, they revealed that only half of the expected value has been redeemed. So they were expecting figures to be about 52.8 million, but what they're saying is only 27 million has been redeemed. So obviously there's half the population basically who are on these, that actually use these thingies, the prepayment meters, that have actually got their money basically. Have you guys received yours?
I think I have, you know.
Yeah.
I think my last bill was like £1 or something.
Oh, is it?
A pound?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know because I don't even. I don't open hate mail, man.
What?
I said hate mail, you know.
Yeah, that's what I call bills, hate mail, man. Because anytime there's nothing good, they ain't got nothing good to say in there. It's just your haters. You get me? It's just
Trying to rob me.
trying to rob me. So I don't open hate mail. But I opened one of my bills from Eon the other day, and it's it looks alright, man. My account's still in credit.
Good. But you should, I mean, they'll do it for you automatically. But
And when they was telling me what my predictive things for the year, the spend is for the year and stuff like that, how much energy they expect me to use, what's it going to cost them, that it didn't look too bad at all. I was like, this is fine. But I heard Eon's one of the good companies though.
Oh, was it?
I heard Eon ain't throwing people through the mud like that. But like I said, I don't know. I don't open hate mail often.
Well, what I would say to you is, but to be fair, they probably done it for you automatically because it should happen to everyone who's on direct debits and whatnot. But just in case, if you do want to check, make sure to see that you should have like £66 being credited to your account every month, basically, from October all the way to March. Yeah, so everybody.
People going to pay this money back?
I got mine.
No.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I got mine.
All right, it's beautiful. So
They're giving me £66 a month.
Yeah, everybody. £400 in total. But yeah.
You better open that hate mail.
Yeah, just to make sure it's there, innit? But yeah.
Well, like I said,
And then it's not.
No, the last one opened up my thing straight. Because
Okay.
I pay like a direct debit. I think I pay it weekly or something. I think it works out to. I'm not actually sure what it works out to, but I think I pay more than I need.
Okay.
So you feel
I
like you
think
got credit.
I'm usually when I look at my account, it's in credit. I'm usually paying more than I use.
Okay.
And because I set it like that, I set up like that when I was trying to clear some debt on there or something. You get me? And then once it cleared, I just left it.
Just left it. Okay, good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I should be cool electric wise.
But make sure you get the extra.
Okay. Yeah.
If you
know
ever
what I'm
change companies, you better make sure they give you a refund, boy.
I ain't changing Eon, man. They've been good to me, man. They don't even bother me when I owe them money, man.
There you go. Perfect.
Oh dear.
So yeah, so people out there, if you're on the prepayment meter, the old traditional style, and you haven't redeemed your vouchers, you need to do that yourself. If you don't do it, then you're not going to benefit from this. So like I'm saying, you're due to get £400. Yeah. So the next thing is Elon Musk. Esther spoke about this last week. Elon Musk has basically completed his deal, taking over Twitter and everything. But the reason I'm talking about him today is because the New York Times came out with some fake news article, basically, well, according to him anyway, saying that he has plans to lay off Twitter workers before the start of next month to avoid having to make payouts, right? So people are just trying to smear this guy, basically, at least from his perspective, and I don't know what the truth is. But he's basically saying, because obviously, I think you mentioned it as well, that the chief executive, the chairman, the finance chief, all these people basically have left Twitter now, right?
I said one of them got fired.
Yeah, or fired.
Yeah, because left makes it sound like you quit. You were dragged out.
Yeah, they probably all got, But basically, in addition to that, they were basically trying to say he had plans to basically remove these people in it. But he's come out and basically said, look, this is fake. You know what I'm saying? They're obviously just trying to make me look some type of way because I have a more lenient free speech policy that I want to put out there. You know what I'm saying? We saw Donald Trump come back. Hopefully his boy Kanye West comes back. You know, things like this.
I always think it's funny when people say, not things like this, by the way, but I always think it's funny when people are like, oh, they're trying to paint a picture of what I'm not. But the reason why they're able to paint that picture because it's on brand. And the reason why a lot of people believed it is because it's on brand with you. So, Sir Elon.
But sometimes they're unfair, man. You know what I mean? They've done this to a few people.
You talk about yourself, you man.
No.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
Although I think they're starting to. They're trying to get me. They're hating.
Yeah, they're trying to get you. I can't lie to you. They're trying to, yeah, they are. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the information about Elon Musk. And the last thing I want to talk about is there's some economic crisis going on back home, man. Yes. And it's not Nigeria this time. It's Ghana. So people in the chat, the Ghanaians, man, if you lot are going home this winter, Christmas and whatnot, make sure you people stop haggling, man. Patronize
That's
everybody.
£2,000, blood. Ain't no one going Ghana, blood.
No, there's
People are
there's people going.
Yeah.
There's people that they're basically going by boat.
Yeah.
They're living here on the 21st again on Christmas Day. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of Ghanaians complaining about the
There you go. Yeah.
currency.
I was looking at, when did I look at flights? I can't remember when we was talking about it. It was ages ago though. And flights was expensive.
Yeah,
I said, nope.
They were saying like
not
what's
going
it,
Ghana.
£1 to 15 cities or something like that.
Yeah, it's something crazy, man.
But I've heard as well, because I remember last year there was a whole fight, a tussle, when people came back, because they're basically saying now when they go there, people know that they've come from abroad, so they put up the prices. But what's annoying is that they don't then see a local and put the price down for the local. So the locals were the ones complaining that, listen, you put up the prices because people are traveling in, but our currency, like me and you are on the same wages, hun. You can't put the price down because I can't afford that kind of thing. But it's mainly to do with hair, which obviously care about.
Yeah, it's sad, man. Like literally, the president came out, Nana Akufo-Addo, basically said the country is experiencing its worst economic crisis. He said on TV yesterday, in fact, we're in a crisis. That's what he said. I do not exaggerate when I say so. I cannot find an example in history when so many malevolent forces have come together at the same time. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what he said yesterday. He said that, the Ghana cedi has depreciated, like Yusuf just said, by over 50% just this year.
Well, what happened?
It's just crazy. He's basically blamed speculation and illegal forex traders for the depreciation. Basically saying that the central bank is going to clamp down on these perpetrators who are out there single-handedly, I guess, doing all of this. I don't know how you can think it's just this.
I don't know what they're talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
One second, that number ain't right, is it?
Lack of
Is that
accountability.
22 likes on the video?
No, you have to refresh it.
No, yeah, you have to.
So come out of it, exit, and then go back in.
Oh, I was going to say, shut this shit down. Shut this shit down. No. I was gonna go
And then you have me
crazy.
here early for 22 likes.
Nah, immediately.
So at the moment, I can see it's 128, but let me go back into it now.
It's 132.
Okay,
132.
cool. That's cool. That's
You
cool.
could definitely still do better. Then. That means there's 78 of you who are just haters. Do you know? I'm sorry. No. Do you know? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's address it. If you're tuned into a show and you're watching it for the entirety of the show,
Yeah.
and you don't like the video,
Yeah.
there's nothing else other than you're a hater. I know we just had a whole thing
some
about
people
haters.
don't like on purpose, you know. They don't like because
Yeah.
they're being told to like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when they don't tell you, you're not liking it though. So
Exactly.
Exactly,
So either
yeah.
way, like the video, then we wouldn't have to tell you to stop liking to not like it or like it.
Petulance.
Yeah, man.
You're
And if
weird.
you're a hater and you want more people to hate the video, like the video so you can get more people seeing it and they can hate
And they can hate too with you. Yeah, you're a hate community on.
Everyone
The thing is,
wins.
if they're watching, are they really a hater?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're just here to you're a thief.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what you are. If I talk all the time, I'm taking things personally. Sorry, carry on, you man, as you were.
Yes. All right. So fuel prices have been rising in Ghana as well. Inflation. Guess what inflation is?
I don't even want to.
Just guess.
I don't even
Obviously,
wanna-
no. It's not. It's not. In fact, let me not say it's
Is
not.
it triple digits?
Nah. What? It's not Zimbabwe, you know. No disrespect to my Zimbabwe people out there. Obviously, I'm talking about back in the day.
Yeah, see that? Yeah, that's why I'm not saying anything about any African countries anymore. They're trying to get me out of here.
But
It's
just to put it
ridiculous.
in perspective, yeah, you see how obviously the situation is here.
Yeah.
Right. You've seen the prices going up and everything, right? And right now it hovers between like 10 and 12%.
Here,
Yeah.
theirs must
Back
definitely be
home.
at least 50%.
That's 37.2.
Well, the lips in 50.
37 is crazy though.
That's
inflation is 37%.
37%.
That's a lot. In Ghana?
Yeah, in Ghana right now, 37.2%.
Yeah, you lot are gonna go through it in December though.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
They're
it's
gonna
sad.
they're gonna go through in December
Yeah, but potentially.
because they're gonna try and make more money with the people coming.
Boy. Well, I mean, but if people come, like they're gonna kind of be forced to pay anyway, so that may help. But long term,
Yeah,
what
it's
is the
not.
government going to be doing? You know what I'm saying? Well, at the moment, they're trying to negotiate a $3 billion IMF bailout, right? So hopefully they can get some money to try and sort certain things out. Every government borrows anyway, you know what I'm saying? So it's not out of the ordinary and everything. But I think long term, I would love to hear what his long term plan is. At the moment, he's basically saying, which obviously isn't going to make a big dent on this at all, but he's basically saying, maybe as a goodwill gesture, that himself, the president, the vice president, the ministers, and other government appointees are going to be taking a 30% cut in their salaries.
Whoa, buddy! Don't be out here volunteering my money. Everybody else. I thought you were gonna say just him, and then you were out here listing other people.
Yeah, basically everyone in the government.
But
Not
that's sweet,
everyone,
though.
but yeah, these shows that I care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the people over here don't do that, boy.
I'm telling you.
That's a very good.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And
It's
Nigerian
something.
government would never.
Oh, never ever.
If you suggest
never.
that to them, you probably get even arrested.
I'm telling you. But you know what I mean? Like he's a good guy though. Like he's a good president. Obviously, I have to base it on the outcome of the situation too. But I like his stance, man. He seems like a proper straight guy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the Ghanaians are happy this is his final term. It looks. Someone in the chat said, "I hope you're Ghanaian." Otherwise,
No,
don't count.
you can't please everybody, innit? But I guess people are gonna like him and dislike him for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? I like him because how he stood up against Macron and the Europeans when they were talking badly about Africa. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And stuff like that. And because he just seemed like a very straightforward guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I guess this kind of speaks to that as well. The fact that you
yeah.
want to take a cut in your salary.
Yeah. To be fair, though, I think the people that live there will always be the ones. They will always have a different
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
experience. You know what I mean? Because the same way we kind of dissect what it means for buying like mortgages and houses and banks, and they will know how it's affected them personally. But
Exactly.
typically, I would have heard good things about him.
Yeah,
But
same.
it's not.
But yeah, man. Last thing is he's basically come out to assure investors in the government, in government treasury bills and other financial instruments, that they're not going to lose their money because of the deal and everything. And basically saying, look, we're going to handle this.
You're
You know
making
what
a
I'm
lot of promises, sir.
saying? He is, but I mean, you know, he has to, I guess, isn't it? Let's trust it the same thing.
That's that on that.
But yeah, that's the end of the People's Journal.
All right, lovely. Well, let's get into some music. Let's get into the rotation.
Your weekly music breakdown, news, reviews, all that stuff. Got quite a lot to get through, so hopefully you can stay with me. Esther's going to join me for the second half.
They stay here, they just don't like the video.
Esther gave me a lot of homework to do.
Thank you for doing it.
Also, I've also got Marcus on the rotation too.
Me?
Yeah, man, you're on there.
Jeez.
Wait, what did I do?
No, you find out.
Don't worry, don't give it away. I'm sure you're gonna. I'm sure you're gonna remember.
All right.
No, you don't remember
I think I remember.
anything you participated to recently?
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
there you go.
Ah.
I think your penny dropped.
I mean, all right, let's start off with Giggs. So Giggs released a new single called Time. This is a very introspective, reflective, autobiographical, life and times of Giggs kind of track. Old Giggs flow. It's slower than his most recent, I'll say, features and tracks. You know how Giggs does the pauses between the words and stuff. Voice is a little bit deeper as well. So I like the old Giggs flow. I don't really like the beat too much. It does the job for what the song is about. And it kind of complements the theme of the song. But I don't love the beat too tough. I like the artwork. It's a Time magazine remake. You got pictures of old Giggs, new Giggs, like pictures of like him throughout his career. So this is kind of like I don't know, Giggs kind of recapping his career up to date, kind of, and reflecting back on past times. Lyrically, satisfied with the performance. Again, storytelling vibes. I like the song, but it lacks replay value for me. So it's a yes, as in it's a good song. I like the theme, I like the vibe of the song, but I'm not going to listen to it again, unfortunately. So it's a yes because the song's good, but it's no because it's a song for a reason. There's no reason for me to play it again after you listen to it once. So it's a yes and a no for me. Next up, Abracadabra, featuring Heady One and Bando K, Local. So this is the second collab from the trio after Can't Be Us, the song that me and you disagreed on a couple months back. Do you recall that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Marks was like, yeah, he liked the song. I was like, I didn't like that one, too tough.
Didn't it grow on you?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
It didn't. But this one here is a banger for me. I like this one.
Hey, this one, yeah.
I like this one still. I like the beat a lot. Fast drill beat. Everyone's smacked their verse, flow, delivery. Abra's hook is cold as well. It reminds me of Jigga Jigga on Deck. What's that song called?
On Deck.
It's On Deck. There you go.
What's this one called?
Local.
Is this one PK played?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not sure if I've heard it.
Yeah, so the chorus reminds me of On Deck. But yeah, this is a banger. I think if I'm comparing it to the one that you liked, this is just a faster pace. I said it back then as well. I prefer drill when it's a bit more up tempo.
Okay. Can't Be Us had the streets in the headlock though.
What's that?
I said Can't Be Us had the streets in the
Did
headlock
it?
still. Yeah,
Okay.
Big song.
So yeah, check out Local, Abra, Heady One, Bando K. I'm wondering if there's an album on the way, mixtape, a project, something. There might be something on the way because this is the second time they've worked together in a few months. All right, next up we got Wizkid. Obviously his album's coming out. More Money. Sorry, not More Money. More Love, Less Ego.
That's it.
The second single is called Money and Love. Smooth Afro beats, vibe. I think it falls short though of being a single. This feels more like just a good album cut, right? As opposed to like a single. I can groove to it, I like it, but I don't love it. It's missing something for me.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, there's an X factor that's just not there. I like the beat though, the instruments. Yeah, it's a good song. It might grow on me because I listened to it at first and I didn't like it. I played it like 4 or 5 other times, and every time I listened to it, it sounded a bit better to me.
Yeah.
So I think it might be a grower. You know what I
He's
mean?
definitely a grower. I agree.
What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I'm the same. At first I thought, it was giving me Made in Lagos vibe.
Yeah.
And I think I've accepted now this is Wizkid's.
Yeah, this is
his
his bag
sound
now, isn't it?
Yeah. So I was like you, at first I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And then I was listening to it. So I have this thing where like, you see that kind of melody, that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And when they throw in Yoruba words there,
Yeah.
whew, knees are weak.
Yeah.
So I like it.
You like
But
it?
again, I agree with you. I don't think it's that like single.
Yeah, it's not
value
giving me a
like that.
single.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's released, what's the other one called again? The one he released
It's
not so long ago.
Bad to Me or something like that.
Yeah, so far, obviously now it's the second song you've heard from the album. Are you excited for the album at all? Based on these 2 songs?
No.
Yeah, I'm the same.
No. I think it's gonna be Made in Lagos Part 2.
Yeah. I think he's on the vibe of, in my opinion anyway, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Made in Lagos worked, so why now change the formula completely? Just stick with that formula for the second time round and see how it goes, innit?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say I'll say yes because it grew on me every time I heard it. So who's to say I might not like it even more with a few more listens, and especially when I listen to it with the whole album as well. So I'll say yes. All right, next up we got Rihanna. So first single off of the Black Panther Wakanda Forever soundtrack, a tribute to the late Chadwick Boseman, written by Thames. So this is a sentimental, emotional tribute to the late great Chadwick Boseman. It does what it's meant to do. You know, it evokes emotion. It makes you think, reminisce about his life and just, you know, the movie and obviously what it will be like without him. I like Rihanna's vocals. I like the backing vocals as well. I like the beat and the instrument. It works well with her vocals, and it does what it's meant to do in it. The last 30 seconds of the song, though, I can really hear Thames.
Yes.
I can really hear Thames' influence. I'm sure she referenced the song for Rihanna, and Rihanna was kind of mimicking her tone, cadence. Because I could really hear Thames at the end of it. I was checking out a few comments online. People were saying that they wish that Thames kept it for herself. Maybe she would have performed it better, done it a bit more justice. But I don't think Rihanna done bad.
She didn't do bad because you know what I've always said with Thames got a Rihanna vibe anyway.
Yeah.
Like from when she came out, the way she dances, I feel like Rihanna's definitely an influence in her music journey.
Yeah.
But I do agree. I wish it was Thames' song.
Yeah.
Not Rihanna's song.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I think because there's so much noise about this is Rihanna's comeback.
Yeah.
It's not so much a
I
comeback,
think
is it?
people needed to take this song with a pinch of salt in it. Because it's a song off a soundtrack.
Yes.
And not only that, it's a tribute to Chadwick Boseman. So you aren't about to get Ponder Replay.
Literally.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so go into it understanding what this is about. Oh, this is not what I wanted from Rihanna.
But I don't think that's why it's a problem. I think she distracted from what the song was. I think it would have been great if she never did it.
Oh, so because Rihanna took such a break.
Yeah, it's been 6 years, you know.
And there's been so much anticipation. Her doing this took away from the moment that was meant to be.
Yeah, because I think, when I listened to it, I could envision the Black Panther. I can imagine what kind of scene it will be. So for me, I knew it's a movie. I'm not expecting Rihanna single.
Yeah.
But because there was so much like, Rihanna's back, 6 years, she's back.
Yeah.
I think it distracted from what the song really should be.
I hear you. And Thames probably should have done it herself.
I think Thames should have done it.
And
that would have been sick. Because she wrote it, she might as well have performed it.
And she's African too, so.
Yeah, she's African too. Yeah. There we go, Wakanda.
1 second. So basically the song did what it was meant to do, but just like the gig song, it has no replay value at all. For me anyway. Like when you hear it during the movie and all that stuff, cool, but I'm not gonna play this in the car or in my AirPods or in the it's just you listen to it once and then that's it really.
You see how with the first Black Panther there was songs off there that actually like were in the charts where like the Scissor song this isn't it.
It could be what though, because remember the song that Wiz Khalifa made for the man who passed away from Fast and Furious. What's his name
again?
Not
Liam.
Chris,
no, not Chris.
Paul, is it Paul Walker?
Paul Walker, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Like, when I see you again, there.
Oh,
that was a massive song.
Yeah,
right. That was a massive song. And when I first heard it, that song is better than this song to me. But that song done quite well. That was in the charts for time.
Yeah,
mainly because of the sentiment attached to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this song, I'm sure this song will do well. But will it last the test of time like the Wiz song did? I'm not sure. So yeah, it's a yes because of what the song is about, right? But it's a no because it has no replay value for me. So there you go. All right, next up we got Margs. I'm joking. So well, we do have Margs basically. So basically, Jordy and Cheeks, released a project called "If I Couldn't Rap, I Wouldn't Rap," hosted by yours truly, Margs and Loons.
No behavior to the world.
They're doing the ad libs in there. You know what I mean? I liked it. How did you record the ad libs?
We went to the studio and just ran the tape.
Oh, okay. Because the effect they put on it was meant to be like a voice note type of effect, isn't it?
I don't know what they've done in the post-production and shit. But
okay. So the effect, I thought that you guys sent it in voice notes or something.
No. We went to the studio.
You done studio? Okay,
we went to the studio and just ran the tape and just talk shit over it.
It was nice still. I haven't heard a UK tape hosted in a while. So it was nice to hear you. And I think you done quite well still. You and Loons had a nice little bit of banter.
That's Loons is the official host, isn't it? He hosted all the Mashtown.
Yeah, I never knew that until you mentioned it.
Yeah, he hosted all the Mashtown tapes. So Loons has got previous. I ain't really done. Have I done something like that before? Yeah. I don't think so. Yeah. I didn't know how it was going to come out. Yeah. But it was all right. It's not really important. I think because like the music's good in it, so I don't think it really mattered what we done over it. I don't think we could have enhanced it or made it any worse or whatever. I think because the actual project's solid. You get me?
No, the project's solid, but I think you guys enhanced the listening experience.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, for me anyway.
Then that's lit.
So yeah, shout out to Jordy. Is it ELT Cheeks or ELT Cheeks?
I don't know what that is, so I just call him Cheeks.
Yeah, the first part. It's
As in,
basically
like,
it's ELT
Booty.
Cheeks.
I don't.
like
I
cheek.
don't think that's. I think it's cheek. I think it stands for cheeky. I think it's short for
Yeah.
cheeky.
Okay, because
Yeah.
you all had me when you said the first cheeks. So.
So it's it's 9 songs, 25 minutes, very cohesive, seamless project, solid beats, good raps. These guys can rap. I like Jordy. He can rap well.
I tell people all the time, yeah. They think I'm saying it because he's my brethren.
Yeah.
They think I'm being biased, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm really not that way inclined.
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm just not. Like Jordy is so good, and Cheeks is dope as well. Like,
Yeah.
I only know about Cheeks because of Jordy.
Yeah.
You get me? But yeah, they the synergies there, they sit
Yeah,
well together, and
synergies there.
they're dope, man.
I know it is. Especially Jordy, comes across a bit effortless.
Yeah,
Like, he's not
yeah,
really
yeah.
trying.
Yeah.
This is like a walk on the park for him, innit?
Yeah, no, he's super talented. Like.
Yeah. Like
People should go take him in, man. Go listen to him.
wordplay, flow. I first heard him on Merx's last album. That's when I first heard of him. And I went to the launch party for Merx's album and I saw him perform. I was like, oh, this guy's dope. Then I started to see him afterwards on Filthy and whatnot. But yeah, it's a nice project. My favourite song on there is Pounds and Euros.
Okay.
My favourite
That's
song
what
on
Loon said as well. I think mine's might be either like Juice or Achilles.
there. Okay. They released a video for Cleese, isn't it?
Yeah.
I saw that over the weekend.
You did ask actually about I don't know if you can talk about that.
What's happening, people? You are now.
Sorry. What's the name of the project?
If I couldn't rap,
If
I wouldn't rap.
I wouldn't rap.
Alright, thanks.
So you must have put out a tweet saying who should he get on the remix
Achilles.
Of what song?
Achilles, and
Achilles,
everybody
okay.
was saying
Marks.
the Achilles himself. Like, what,
To be fair,
what
that
kind of
makes
question
sense.
is that?
You're-
But he said stop saying marks, guys.
No, because the thing is, you're hosting the tape. The word Killy, I kind of heard it from you first.
Yeah,
That's your guy.
you're King Killy.
It only makes sense.
Killy.
It only makes sense.
I think. Would you do it?
No.
Really?
Why?
You just really hold the
So
music back.
what-
Like, you
so
just
what?
tight.
Yeah.
Are you on a I'm a retired thing, like officially?
I haven't officially retired.
Okay, but you're on a what?
I wouldn't want to
what's your
officially retire because if I want to jump back in my bag at any given time, I need to be able to do it without having.
I'm going to talk about your word on road. He said he was retired.
I would want to be able to do it without having to walk back a retirement.
vibe? Yeah.
Okay.
But as it stands, where I'm at in my life and the journey that I'm on in a minute, I got no place for music.
Okay.
It's just where it is.
Okay.
I don't have the urge to make music.
Okay.
You heard it here first, guys. He's not doing a remix.
I'm not retired though.
Exclusive.
But no, I think obviously you should be selective in what you do. This makes sense to me. Obviously, maybe not to you,
Yeah.
but this makes sense. Doing this Jordy remix.
You know what? You're not wrong, and it's something. It's definitely food for thought. But I'd have to hear the remix. It would have to just make sense. I'd have to be able to do it as well.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I can't. People who approach me to make music like that before, it's easy to say, yeah, I can do it, but then it's about actually doing it. I'm not just going to do it just for the sake of doing it. It has to make sense. It has to be right. It has to be dope, innit? If I don't feel like I can add to the, you get me? It's nothing to do with my ability or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. If I don't feel like I can add or bring anything to it, or if it makes sense, I'm not going to force it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because he's my brethren and the man want me to rap. Like, everyone wants me to rap, man. Like, I don't give a shit.
I hear that. But yeah, check it out, guys. If I couldn't rap, I wouldn't rap. It's very good. Definitely makes a rotation.
I like that. I like that name.
Yeah, it's a dope name still. All right, down to the last two. All right, next we got Scissor, new single.
Last two, what about Ice Spice?
You know what? All right, cool.
I'm only joking.
No, my Ice Spice.
No, you know what's bad? Because, yeah, carrot, just bring.
I'll freestyle it. All right.
Shit.
So SZA released a new single called Shirt. So SZA's an interesting character because she's had no album since 2017's Control.
Yeah, because she keeps
There's
lying.
been a big 5-year wait. So her fans are literally clamoring for her sophomore album.
I'm
Right?
dying.
They're
quite a long
dying
time.
for it.
She's released a few singles throughout the years, but
Yeah.
no albums ever
Followed up.
come after the single. So it's like, what is going on, kind of thing, isn't it? So hopefully, this is the start of the run. I think it is because in the video for the song "Shirt," which also stars Lakeith, it's not Lakeith. How do you pronounce it?
It is
Lakeith.
Lakeith.
Is Lakeith in it? Is that a-
Lakeith Stanfield?
Yeah.
So he's her co-star in the video, right? There's a license plate you'll see on a car that says "No Control." December. Well, it says DEC December. So I'm assuming that the second album is called No Control,
Yeah,
and it's coming out in December.
yeah.
It's got to be good, man. She's under too much pressure, man.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, like her fans just call her. Like I think it's so funny they actually call her a liar. Like they're like, oh, she just lies all the time. So she's been promising this album, so it has to.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why she keeps delaying it. That pressure.
It's got to be cold. It's got to be as good.
Oh man.
It's got to be as good as
That pressure
as
is
Control.
serious, you
And
know.
that's like my favorite album. So I don't know how she's gonna do it. She's the best though. So if anyone can do it, it's SZA.
Yeah.
So
So this song is a smooth R&B soul feel against some hard drums. You know, I like the vibe, I like the vocals, I like the beat. Like I said, the video stars Lakeith Stanfield. It's a very out there video, lots of guns and shooting and like a Bonnie and Clyde type of vibe. The video
I wouldn't have got that from the song.
Yeah, it doesn't suit. I won't say it doesn't suit. It doesn't match.
It doesn't match the song.
Doesn't match the song at all.
Doesn't.
Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't have got guns. I've listened to that song a few times. I put it on my
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
this. I wouldn't have got
there's guns shooting, there's blood, there's they're just doing bare random shit, but they're doing like bare heists or bare shootings. But they're going up like Bonnie and Clyde style.
Okay.
It's those two against whoever.
The world.
Yeah. So it's interesting video. But like I said, the license plate did say no control in it, so maybe that's just obviously the first album was Control. This is no control. It only makes sense, right?
That was got on this song.
And then the end of this video is another song called Blind, which plays, which I liked as well, which was quite good. So yeah, hopefully you SZA fans who are dying for it,
Literally.
That's me.
you can finally be fulfilled because it's been a long 5 years. I can see you two are big fans. What's your thoughts on the song?
I really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, I think the song was all right. It's there on my like list. I needed to listen to it a few more times before I love it.
Yeah.
You get me? Because that can happen to you with songs sometimes, especially with SZA.
Yeah.
You didn't realize how much you love something, and then one day it just hits you. You're like, oh my god, this is my shit. But that hasn't happened to me yet. But it seems alright. It seems good. It seems like a good helping. Did she drop another single recently as well?
I don't believe so.
I don't.
What's the song she dropped before this?
Let me have a look.
Maybe it was a feature.
Is I Hate You the last thing she dropped before this?
Yes, the wrong person.
I'm checking now. I'm seeing. So before Shirt, she released I Hate You, but that was in 2021.
That was that long ago.
Yeah. Well, she had,
Jeez.
That was that long ago. It was last year.
she had a song called No Love, but that was with her
With Summer Walker.
Oh, yeah, that was
Cardi
a good
B.
song.
It probably is I Hate You I'm thinking of. And
In terms of her own solo single, I Hate You.
yeah, so because she's just starving us here, I thought that was probably closer than what it was, kind of thing.
Okay.
'Cause in my mind, I was thinking, okay, so she's got I Hate You, then she's got this. She must
It's
definitely,
a rollout. Yeah.
yeah, she must definitely be rolling that. But I didn't clock how big the gap was, so
Okay.
maybe it's not or whatever. But that's what I was thinking. Like, oh yeah, she must be ready to go now because these are her last two singles have been good. You get me? They're solid. She must be building up towards something. She's had it long enough.
But she did release
Has.
Control Deluxe, right? This year.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
What's new on the Deluxe?
I'm not sure. Well, it's got 21 songs in it. I'm sure the first one didn't have that many songs.
Yeah,
right?
definitely didn't.
So she probably added a bunch of songs on there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go listen to that then. Don't
Yeah.
think I've done that.
Yeah.
That was released in June.
This June.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have some new music for me. That's cool.
I remember people like, we don't want a deluxe, want a new
Yeah.
album.
This is crazy. This is my favorite. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think she's hilarious. I
And
think she's
she's-
a funny woman.
I'm seeing a lot of rumors that she's had a lot of surgery.
And she's had BBL, yeah.
Well, she
Oh,
never.
she's saying she has-
I never knew she had back like that. And I've heard her. I heard her song lyrics. As far as she's concerned, she never had no back either. So when I saw her on stage, I was like, "Ooh,
That's another reason why people are calling her liar, yeah. Because
Yeah.
basically there was an award show and she basically had crutches,
Okay.
but she won't really use the crutches to walk. And then now that people are now seeing her in her glowing body, people are like, sis, you were healing, weren't you?
Oh, she didn't put the
this is
video.
buff, man. She needed.
Yeah.
She
She's
needed.
stunning.
Farha joint.
Money well
Yeah.
spent. It's money well spent, man.
Yeah. No, I'm saying that people say that she's got the best job they've seen. Like it just looks natural. Looks like she didn't have a job.
Her body looks good. I'm with it. I'm all
The
for
best
it.
job I've still ever seen is Drea Michelle.
Oh wait, is
I
that
ain't
a
seen her
job?
before and
Yeah.
after.
I saw a video of her recently this week actually, and I looked. I thought, okay,
Nah,
this
Drea's
not-
body is
this
just-
not what it was before.
Because she gyms and everything. It's all like literally molded perfectly. Like her body's.
Yeah.
These girls getting BBL and then going doing tutorials in the gym while taking a piss. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. I don't. Those girls, I'm not here for that. Don't do that. Don't tell me how to get a bum when you bought yours. Don't be silly.
All right, and then last on the list, this one I'm gonna need Esther to really quarterback me on this one because I was only listening for you.
Thank you. I
So
appreciate it.
Chloe Bailey, new song for the night featuring Lotto. Third single of the year, maybe debut album is on the way, right?
I hope so.
You think so? Esther, I don't like this song.
Well, I did not think you were going there with that.
You know what it is? It's not my vibe at all.
I love it.
Like it wasn't made for me,
Yeah.
and there's too much guitar.
Okay.
This is bare guitar, bruv. What is this? Is this? Is this are you Wyclef or
No, Wyclef.
You know what I mean, Bear Guitar is very commercial for me. It has a Spanish feel, Spanish undertone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure what audience this is aimed towards. Like, I don't get it. Even with Lotto giving a little bit of hip hop pizzazz to it, it's still. I even got my notes here. Maybe Esther can give me some insight. So Esther, give me some insight, please.
Okay, so she's released other singles. So I know that she was with Chloe, like they were a duo, Chloe and Halle.
Yeah.
So she's kind of stepped out of that.
Yeah.
So she has released other singles.
Yeah.
However, those singles, you know, okay, so you see how people say like she tries too hard, she's doing the whole sexy, like she's just discovered she's pretty kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Those are what those singles were like. So I think
Yeah.
for me, I like this one so much because it seems it's more mature than the other releases.
Okay.
Because other ones are like, one of them is like, booty so big. Like it's a lot of silliness.
Surprise, put my panties to the side. And
It's a lot. Do you get what I mean?
That's a big
But
thing,
with this one, I like it because I think because she said she wrote it about Ghana.
Okay.
So I don't know if you remember, she was on Ghana's album.
Yeah.
And they were basically out. People were seeing them out, but people weren't sure if it was like a press thing or whatever they were doing it for. So I think they did try to date or something.
Yeah.
Because she did say that this song is about him.
Okay.
And she wrote it for him essentially. And obviously he's in prison. I just really love it. I love everything about it. Like I want to enter the song. I love it.
Because I saw you put on your story and you were like, I want to enter this song.
I
was
want to enter.
all right,
Like
let
I
me
love
listen to
it.
this. I listened to it a few times. I'm like, I can't get into this song.
Because you know she did a preview one time. I think she was on live.
Yeah.
And from then I was like, yeah, this is a song I'm really gonna like. And she just did the little chorus bit.
Yeah.
I just really like it because I like an emotional song. But I think
it's good because the song's not for me. The song's obviously for
me and
women.
yeah.
So the fact that you like it, I don't like it, is fine.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's completely fine. It's
But no,
completely fine.
it's good. I'm hoping that some kind of album is on the way, but I don't think so because she's still technically like a new artist.
Okay.
She hasn't got Chloe and Halle's success as Chloe.
Okay, cool.
She's doing really well.
Yeah.
So I reckon she's gonna keep doing singles until But did you watch the video?
No, I didn't see the video.
So the love interest is Drew.
Drewski, yeah. No, I saw someone's tweet that said, why is Drewski the love interest? That's just hilarious. Because he's a comedian.
Yeah, but I think one time she went on his, like, you know how he does the lives and people just do whatever.
Yeah,
I think he must have asked us to sing or something.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, that's enough. So it was really funny and and then he cut the live off and kind of cut her off.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's just kind of like that funny thing. It's weird. I'm trying to see Drewski is kind of cute.
Oh, you think it's cute?
Yeah, and I think that's the problem. I don't know I need to go therapy again. Something get right.
All right, one more before we go. Marcus's Babes, Ice Spice.
Who was that? Who?
New song Bikini Bottom, which is Bikini Bottom from SpongeBob, right?
SpongeBob, yeah.
Is it like a SpongeBob beat or something?
Yeah, like a SpongeBob beat, one of the theme tunes from SpongeBob. I don't like the way she raps.
I love how she raps, man.
I like the first song, the Munch.
Big Energy.
No, the Munch.
No, that's.
You follow feeling you?
Oh,
is that what Meek was trying to do?
That nigga the Munch.
yeah.
Eat it for being a bit, eat it for
Oh.
lunch.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, I don't think I heard that.
That one's decent. This one is a 2-pack of ass.
No way, she's touching it up.
Well, this one, the Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, she touching the shit up, man.
What?
The beat's obviously a bit unsavory.
Yeah, that's savory. Untoward.
Because it's a SpongeBob beat, and at the end of the day, like, no one's gonna be able to like make a SpongeBob beat.
Then why do it
really.
then?
No, but like, because someone put it in the group and was like, "Bro, I hate this beat." I played it, and I'm like, it's not terrible when you take in that, because she got a cold flow, like, because drill is what it is, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
you know, when you get them flows, the rhyming patterns, once you find it,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't change their flow.
Yeah.
And so, like, her actual drill flow, I like it. Like, I'm not even bantering. Like, I like it.
Okay.
So when man are killing her and saying like how dead she is, I just think, well, okay, she might not be the best in the world, but I don't think she's as dead as you are making it out. And I don't think you're taking in everything, like the whole package. Because as soon as she starts to lose you on the bar, she starts twerking and it brings you back. You're like, okay, focused again.
Is that when you're watching the video though? If you're listening to the audio, you're lost.
Oh no, I can't listen to audio.
You have to watch the.
Yeah. It's got to be visuals.
Have you seen the conspiracy that she's Drake's kid?
Drake's kids. But she's what? She's like 20-something years old. Because apparently the rumor was that Drake flew her out. Well, he did fly her out, her and her team. And then he unfollowed her as soon as he left him.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So people ask her, why did you know what I mean?
Wait, he unfollowed her.
Yeah, he unfollowed her.
As soon as she left him.
As soon as they departed ways, like, okay, bye, Ice Spice. He unfollowed her.
Yeah, but Drake he looks like the kind of guy to do that.
Yeah.
Probably thought she's whack. I like that cute little wig she wears. That
Oh, that's a
afro.
wig.
Is that a wig? I thought it was her hair.
I thought
It's
that
her
was
hair.
Oh, is it natural?
I thought.
How'd she
No,
get that?
that's it.
Based
That's what it is.
based on her skin tone, I thought maybe that was her hair.
Yeah, that's it. Because
I've
the
seen her with
conspiracy is that
straight hair
she's
and
Drake's
that.
baby mum. So she looks like Drake's kid.
Yeah, she looks like Drake's kid.
Yeah,
Her
so that's
Drake's
the
kid have the
conspiracy.
same skin tone and the same hair.
Yeah.
That wasn't her hairstyle the other day. Like, her hairstyle was different. And
Yeah, but
obviously,
women can
exactly.
change.
So I just figured she just slapped
I
a
think
wig on or
that's
something.
natural.
Oh, so the other one that I saw weren't natural.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's her bonnet.
Yeah, and because she's
Did her bonnet?
and
She's
because she's I think Ice Spice would have been underage.
Yeah.
If she is Drake's baby mother, then she would have been underage when she conceived the baby in it. So that's why Drake's kind of kept it out secret and pretended that the other
And he hid it
woman
from the world.
is the baby mother.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy. It's fake news, but it's funny
so
because
funny.
she looks just
She
like his
looks
kid.
like the kid.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. But yeah, all right, guys, that's it for the rotation. Hope you enjoyed.
Thank you very much. All right, let's get into our final headlines for today.
Next headlines, again, trigger warning. And it's a tragedy that happened in India.
You was in a mood when you was
Yeah, like, what was your weekend about? Like, damn.
From Ice Spice to Indian tragedies, bro.
Today.
Look at the range.
That range, honey.
No, he went and found all the tragedies in the world. Like we're on different continents and that.
Is everything okay, man?
Yeah, it's just
Some time off?
the biggest, just the biggest, stories and whatnot.
All right, well, let's do it.
Hopefully tomorrow will be better.
I praise. No, actually, I've seen something bad that we're going to report on tomorrow. But sorry.
God damn.
Okay.
I know.
Well, at least 132 people died when a pedestrian suspension bridge collapsed in India's western state of Gujarat.
Wow.
Yeah. A local official said that most of those who had died were women, children, or elderly. The bridge in Morbi had been reopened just a week ago after repairs. Officials said that there were overcrowding on the bridge at the time as people were celebrating Diwali, and more than 177 people have been rescued so far. The 230-metre bridge over the Matru River was built during British rule in the 19th century, and the death toll, unfortunately, is expected to rise further. Police, military, and disaster response teams were deployed, and the rescue effort continued through the night. Rescue operations are still underway as well. An eyewitness called Sukram, who was speaking to Reuters news agency, said that many children were enjoying holidays for Diwali and they came here as tourists. All of them fell one on top of each other and the bridge just collapsed due to overloading.
Do you know what's mad? Like when people go to like other countries, like Bali and all these places, and they be like, I see it on Instagram sometimes, and they're crossing those bridges. And I was like, that they don't upkeep these things, right? Like from when it was first created, that's it. And they never know. Actually, I don't know if I should say this. I saw a video one time, and someone basically asking, so where they have the swings in Bali? Do you know what I'm talking about? Where people are where you basically get on the swing and then they basically push you out and you swing and it's like over nice scenery and they take a picture. Do you know what I'm talking about? So basically, they must have asked the person, like the people in charge, like, so how do you know like when you need to change the rope? Like, when it snaps. Someone could be on that.
That can't be true.
How would they know though? They don't upkeep these things.
They must.
Because when you say this was created during the British rule in the 19th century.
But look what it said, like a week ago, there were repairs.
Didn't
Someone
get
must
fired.
have seen something somewhere and thought, we need to repair this.
Someone took a contract and did not do their job.
Yeah. Perhaps, yeah. Sad,
That's so sad, man.
It's
That is very, very sad.
Ridiculous. But yeah, man. Also, second headline, trigger warning again. 2 men have been killed in Brixton. So the Met Police has said that 2 men have died after gunshots were heard on Sunday evening in Lambeth, South London. Police officers were called out about 7:50 p.m. following reports of gunshots on Railton Road, according to the statement. Firearms officers, the London Ambulance Service, and London's Air Ambulance as well responded to the incident. The Met said in a statement, 2 men were found injured at the location. Despite the efforts of emergency services, they were both pronounced dead at the scene. The nature of their injuries have not yet been confirmed at this time. Their next of kin are yet to be informed, and we await formal identification. Post-mortem examinations will be held in due course. Roads in the area were closed and crime scenes were established according to the force. And they went on to say that at this stage, there have been no arrests and inquiries continue.
Oh man, some prayers with the families and stuff.
Why all the news is so negative? It's Halloween.
There you go.
Drinking this omen.
Sad. But yeah,
Come out of this shit, man.
that's the end of the headlines.
Well, I hope the sports segment is.
We got a call.
We got a call. I don't know why the person's calling. It sounds like it's a prank call.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, guys.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine. I just wanted to make a few.
You want to what? Sorry.
I just want to make a few comments regarding you guys' musical section.
Oh,
Let's
Okay,
have
yes.
it. Let's have it.
Sorry,
Yeah,
what's your
so
name? What's your name?
Jess. Yeah.
It's your fault.
Thank you.
I love you guys. Love the fact that we've got a black morning show. It's lovely to wake up and have it.
Thank
So
you, girl.
just want to put
Thank you.
so a few corrections, guys. So SZA's last official song was Good Days. That was 2020. And at the end of Good Days, that's when Shirt previewed. And she was in the petrol station doing her little strip dance.
Okay.
So for Shirt for like 2 years now. It's been a long time. And that is like my favorite song. I agree with Youth. I didn't understand the video. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of looking for like reviews on the video. I was kind of confused. But yeah, still love it. But I did want to ask, what do you guys think is going on with the state of R&B? So, for example, over the weekend, we had quite a few releases.
Yeah.
So we had SZA. She had like 1 million views within like, I don't know, 10 hours of Shirt. Then we had Chloe Baby, who you guys are discussing as well.
Yeah.
She had like, say, 500 views within 14 hours. But then last week also, and then obviously we had Rihanna, who you guys mentioned, skyrocketed as she does. But then Alicia Keys and Ashanti also released. Yes. It's like crickets. What do you think is going on with some of the OGs? Obviously, we've got Rihanna, we've got Beyonce. They always kill it.
Yeah.
But what do you think is the other OGs like Alicia Keys and Ashanti? Why do you feel like their debuts don't bang
The thing
like
is,
they used to?
no one's really checking for Ashanti and Alicia Keys like they are Chloe, Rihanna, and SZA anyway. Like they're newer artists.
Yeah, it feels like the new girls versus the aunties.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I don't think they're not making anything for us. Ashanti's always out and about, but she's just more known for looking good in her old age, really.
Yeah.
And basically,
Her old age.
no, but true. But her image right now is her gram, how
Yeah,
she dresses,
she's a babe.
her appearance.
Yeah.
Alicia,
For real.
If Alicia never done the verses against who'd she do? John Legend, maybe.
yeah.
If she never done them verses all them years ago, when was the last time we'd even heard anything from Alicia?
Yeah, she's too busy just
That's why
living
she told
life.
us she don't wear makeup.
Living
anymore.
life with
Swiss.
Swiss Beats.
Yeah.
That's kind
Yeah,
of
so I don't think they deserve any of the market share because they're not really doing anything like that. And
I had no
obviously
idea Ashanti released a song, you know.
Beyonce and Rihanna could not release for however long they want. It's Beyonce and Rihanna. You know what I'm trying to say? That
Yeah.
they supersede.
Yeah, they're not household names like that where when they do them release, everyone's shaking in the boots.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So unless you listen to them and follow them personally, you might not know.
Which I
that.
do.
Yeah, you might not know that they release stuff. Like even I listen to I love Monica. When Monica releases a new song, I know about it, but it's not talked about in the masses.
Yeah.
And it's always funny to me because sometimes they try and get in the young crowd, so they'll have they'll try and like give songs that's not their brand, so try and make it like a twerky kind of song. It's like, Auntie, no.
Is Monica dating Kodak Black or is that?
No, she addressed that she's not.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you tell me she's dating?
She's See Murder.
See Murder?
Yeah, that's a man.
Okay, yeah, no, but obviously they're
Yeah,
similar. So
Right, that's not where for you.
I just
I
see them wrapped up in pictures. I was thinking, right, is that where Monica's going?
No, she had to come out and say, listen, people, don't be silly now. Respect me, man.
And then just to go back to the video, since the video, I think she's just trying to be different. Just trying to try something new, trying to be a bit artsy, cinematic. You can tell they spent some money on it as well. I think she's just trying to be out of the box.
I don't really watch music videos no more. I've noticed that.
Same.
I just digest music for what it is. I don't watch music videos.
no.
There's so much songs that I listen to all the time. I couldn't tell you what the videos look like.
Okay.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I don't really want them
So you guys-
influencing me.
The aunties. You guys think it's the aunties first. So essentially, Scissors, the Summers, they're a bit more trendy now.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're the leaders of the new school,
Yeah,
man. They're the leaders of the new school, and the auntie's got to make way for the young gal them. And
Do you
obviously,
know what? Sorry, we say that. Ashanti just came up on my home screen. I was trying to refresh to see how many likes we've got. And her song's actually got 678,000 views.
Who? Ashanti?
Yeah, but that's coming off the interview with Angie Martinez. And I will talk about that tomorrow, by the way. But yeah,
When did she drop a song?
Friday.
Ashanti's-
Sorry, you're breaking up, Jess.
I'll wait. I said I'll wait for your little section on that because I'm very intrigued. Because I was very confused watching that. So I'll love your breakdown.
Yeah, I'm gonna break it
Very
down
confused.
tomorrow.
Oh, that's what you talk
Okay.
about the Earth situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even calling me.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, she released a song on Friday and she's nearly at 1 million.
Okay, well,
Nearly. That's the point. Yeah, nearly. Why is it that they struggle? Because remember in the noughties, maybe because I'm going back too far back, but in the noughties, Alicia and Ashanti were killing it. Like anything they dropped.
It's the times we live in, isn't it? Like those two artists aren't as relevant as they used to be, innit? Unfortunately.
Yeah, you're doing up nostalgia, I think.
Yeah, because Chloe's on 2.3 million,
You're doing up nostalgia.
Chloe's on 2.3 million.
Yeah, but she's a new generation.
Yeah,
she
but
could have just got that just off TikTok.
Are we really comparing Chloe Bailey to Ashanti in 2022?
No, but she could have just got it. That could be all TikTok views. You don't even know what's going on over there. It's a whole new land. You get me? It's a different demographic. You can't keep up with these kids, man.
Yeah, you actually can't, sadly. And when they try to keep up, it's embarrassing. Nicki Minaj was performing over the weekend.
Wasn't she doing this? Her legs open and her legs up and her legs this, that, and the third.
Someone said she's just tired.
She's tired. I said, Auntie, stop it. It was so embarrassing.
No,
trying to do all sexy.
Nikki is going out sad right now.
She's going out the saddest. I said, oh, get off the floor. Get
what's
up.
going on? And there was no vim in the performance either.
Because she can't.
That's the one that
Vim. There's never vim.
There's never vim.
Bruv. Like she looked like she was just
She's out of breath.
She's ready to sleep. Like on the stage
She's
floor.
tired. That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, to answer your question, I think it's just a case of they're not trendy anymore. They're not trending.
They ain't relevant. They're not really like. When's the last time Ashanti made a song? Even in the last 10 years, that you thought, okay, this is it. You know
Body
what I
on
mean?
me.
Body on me.
Yeah, with
What with
Akon.
Nelly? And Akon. You know how long that was?
No, you said 10 years. I was in secondary school. I think it just makes the 10-year cut.
Body on me. No,
was a
that song is
tune.
old, bruv.
That was a tune.
It's out with the old, in with the new, man.
Honestly.
She actually wrote on P Diddy's on the remix.
Now you know we're listening to Diddy.
I know, she's in the remix, isn't it?
Carita.
What's
Yeah,
that?
when-
She was wavier than Carita on that. She rose on the beat, like on the remix of
The song was forced down our throat.
Yeah, the one before, yeah.
She was
Yeah.
wavier than Carita.
Was she?
Oh, you
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
listen
of
to the song.
course. Yeah, but
Do you know what it is?
Ashanti's a better vocalist than Carita.
Do you know what it is? Because Diddy's made me so sick with that song, yeah, that I didn't want to listen to the remix, even though there's two of my favorite girls on there.
Get in your bag, stay in your bag. That song is making me sick, bro. Stop.
I ain't even heard that.
Have you heard it?
When you watch anything on his channel, it comes up.
Yeah, he plays it first.
That he's literally forcing it down our throats.
By force marketing.
Literally by force marketing, say you will listen to this. It's ridiculous.
Oh
But
my
nah, man,
god.
it's crazy.
All right, guys. So,
Thank you so
just
much.
watched it.
Thank you for the
All right,
call.
keep
Thanks for
doing
calling
it.
in, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
All right, lovely. Have a nice day.
You too. Love ya.
Love you too,
Bye.
girl. Bye. Bye. That was very nice.
Yeah, that was a nice call.
So you guys can call in at any point. I was just getting a phone call to roast us. I said, we ain't said nothing. Phone call worthy. So I'm glad that went a good way. I was scared. All right, let's get into the reaction.
Cool headline for Reese Nelson.
Oh, no, don't do this. Y'all getting ahead of yourself now. Let's take this one.
Good morning.
Hello?
I hope this is the person I was just about to type to in the comments.
Come sit through the reaction with us.
Hello?
Yo,
Hello?
Good morning.
Can you hear us?
What's his head of deep?
you hear me?
Yeah.
You're talking to a girl.
You just about asking.
What's that?
Hello?
Okay, this isn't
Hello?
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, we
Good?
can
What's
hear
going
you.
on, guys?
It seems delayed between
What's
us.
going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good, man. How are you?
You lot? Not too bad, not too bad. I want to talk about why is no one addressing the fact that Ashanti is chopping a lot of man. That's crazy.
Okay, first of all, we will be talking about this tomorrow. Can you please call him? I need to watch the interview because I don't think she was chopping a married man. I think she was sexually exploited.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So we will get
Say that
into
again?
that tomorrow. Because he basically threatened her with her career, with everything. And then even when she did stay with them anyway, he blackballed her in the industry. So it's not a thing where she was,
why's he
you
come?
can't, you do that. Because it's not a thing where she was having sex with a married man. The heck?
Call back tomorrow
Don't
when we have
yeah.
our
Yeah,
Shanty
yeah.
segment, please.
Right, fine.
We're
What's
gonna
going on
we can
We will not
unpack
do that to a queen.
That's the one on the spiel. He just hanged the phone up.
He said, not today.
I think his reception was a bit poor.
Yeah, convenient.
Call back tomorrow. We have the Shanty segment.
That
We'll
is
make
funny.
we'll make it work.
All right.
Yes, the reaction.
All right,
Fair
let's get into this. Our reaction, our daily sports segment. You know how that goes. Obviously, there was a weekend of.
You are stressing Brent out. You are really making Brent get his steps in today.
I ain't done nothing. There was a weekend of exhilarating football in our Premier League. So let's get these results off. Anyway, well, firstly we've got Arsenal 5, Nottingham Forest 0.
Come on. What are we going to talk about now? Or wait until the end?
I thought Brent was gonna do some like bombs and whatnot.
All right, cool. Anyway, Manchester United beat West Ham 1-0. That was yesterday's games. And on Saturday, Leicester lost 1-0 to Manchester City. Tottenham Hotspurs beat Bournemouth 3-2. Brentford and Wolverhampton Wanderers drew 1-1. Brighton, Hove and Albion absolutely smacked Chelsea 4-1, which was crazy. Crystal Palace got a good result, 1-0 at home to Southampton. Newcastle United battered Aston Villa 4-0. I've told you about Newcastle. They're a serious outfit, man. Fulham and Everton 0-0, ball draw. And the shock result of the weekend, Liverpool lost 2-1 at home to Leeds. Virgil van Dijk's Anfield record's gone. There's a lot going on. So yeah, let's get into some of these results. First and foremost, let's just talk about Arsenal thrashing Forest 5-0 then.
Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about my guy.
Reece Nelson?
Reece Nelson, man.
I didn't see his goal, so I don't know.
So Saka went off injured in the first half, I think on 25 minutes. Reece came on. I can't lie, in the first half, I was getting frustrated with him. Every time he received the ball, pass back. Man didn't take no take-ons. I was like, I messaged Brent, I messaged Brent actually after he scored, but in the first half, I was ready to just throw the guy in the bin. It was 1-0, I went Tesco's. I came back from Tesco's. It was 4-0. Reece bagged 2 and an assist. I said, my God. So I'm saying, confidence. He's a confidence player. Now, hopefully, he kicks on.
Well, he's not going to be playing Nottingham Forest every week, so.
So you're saying he only performed this well because of the opposition?
I'm guessing the level of opposition helped. Definitely. Yeah. Helped everybody.
What I love, though, is that as soon as he scored and assisted, you know how Twitter works, innit? Now it's a Jadon Sancho versus Reece Nelson comparisons, innit? So
they're saying he's nearly got
Reece has played 1 game in the Prem. Sancho's played 10. And Reece has the same amount of goals and assists as Sancho.
Yeah, Sancho's in horrible form.
And obviously, those two came up together, innit? They're good friends, one on one. So they're always compared.
Prisoners of the moments, Arsenal fans, especially Twitter Arsenal fans, they're going to do this. So you enjoy it while it lasts. I mean, hopefully Reece Nelson's what you are looking for, and he and he does it. Hopefully you could just rest your hat on him. You put him in the starting lineup. Like hopefully.
No one said any of that stuff.
No, this is what I want.
Oh. No. Hopefully Saka's injury isn't too bad. And he's back in the starting lineup, and Reece is a good player off the bench. Simple as that.
Do you think your fixtures, do you think reality is going to set in soon? Have you realised your fixtures? Do you realise that you've played all the promoted teams? Do you already?
We've also beat Liverpool. We've also beat Spurs.
Well, Liverpool have not been good, and Spurs are Spurs.
Okay, so who's?
I'm just saying you've beat all the promoted teams. You know, like the Bournemouth, the this ones, the that ones. You've had the Forest now. Okay, like you've had a lot of the dregs of the league. That's everybody who you've played for the most part.
We have Chelsea on Sunday.
Now your fixture is going to change. You haven't played the Newcastles, Leicesters, and Evertons.
We've beat Leicester already.
Oh no, Leicester. Was Leicester at home?
I don't see what your point is.
Huh?
I don't see what your point is. We've played a good mixture of good and bad teams.
Do you think so?
You know we have.
We have.
How? What's the mixture?
Okay, name as you're perpetuating this argument. Name me the bad teams that we've played.
I'll just tell you now. Yeah. In comparison, yeah, we've played all the top 6.
Yeah.
We've played all the top 6. We haven't played a promoted team. We've gone Everton, the Everton aways, Leicester's, and the games that you wouldn't just assume 3 points to. The difficulty of the of our fixtures was really top heavy in the beginning, and then now we've got to play all them idiots that you've been playing. You get me?
I'm telling you,
you have probably got the reverse of that. Do you feel like it's going to show in the results?
Not really, because there's only one team that I really, really fear is Man City. As you said, Liverpool are down bad. I'm not scared of Spurs. I'm not scared of United.
Go to Stamford Bridge and get a result there? What, 3 points, you think?
considering how they're playing
You
now.
haven't done that in God knows how long. I think you done it last year when there was like limited fans and stuff like that. That don't
And
count.
Liverpool hadn't lost at home for God knows, and they just lost at home.
Liverpool
So,
are down bad. I think we've said from when we beat them, like the Liverpool team that everybody's meeting is not the same Liverpool team. I think everybody can say that. Like I'm not gonna we beat them, you beat them, yeah.
Liverpool,
Yeah. So I'm
Mark,
saying
we're in a better position going into games with teams
that's a hater.
than
less
we were
than
last year.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
not, that I think everybody can see that.
Yeah, no,
We
100%.
shouldn't be where we are right now if you took our performance last season and predicted. You do realize that when this season started, you said Man United are finishing above Arsenal.
I still believe
Arsenal's not even going to be in the top 4. That's what you said,
I almost still believe that.
and that's fine. For you to
I
do
definitely
that.
think we're gonna finish the top above
That's
you.
fine
so.
for you to stick to that particular assertion. I don't know where you're basically drawing this information from. For you,
I
to
told you, I'm not just saying it out of the blue. Look at your fixtures. Look who you've played, and then why would you be confused at where you are in the league?
Who have we played so far?
What?
Because we've played quite a few teams that we would have had a difficulty beating last season.
Yeah.
But you can agree with that.
Yeah, but you should like whether you have a difficulty. That's on you. Like you should have gone into them games expecting to win them
From what evidence? I don't
because you are
understand.
the better teams.
From you base it on last year?
From last year, yeah, the games that you like. Obviously, that's why people say like
So
you've got no backbone because
you're not surprised as to where we are right now. Is that what you're saying?
huh?
You're not surprised as to where we are sat right now. You're not surprised.
No, because of who you played.
I don't understand this.
All right, you know what?
Because of who you played.
Just to appease you quickly, let's run through Arsenal's next couple of Premier League games, and you tell me what you expect the result to be. So, away at Chelsea,
Draw.
home Brighton,
Draw is a good. By the way, draw is a good result.
yeah,
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Stamford Bridge.
All right,
yeah,
cool.
Brighton
Bear
at
in
home.
mind, last year you wouldn't have said this,
No,
You
but I
would've
think
said
last
they
year you
would've beaten
beat.
us.
Last year you beat them at home.
but you would have said they would have beaten us.
Yeah, probably.
All right, cool.
All right, Brighton at home,
Loss.
Wolves away. You think we're gonna lose to Brighton at home?
Yeah.
Okay, Wolves away.
I watched these lot do that already. With that, they're playing better now. So
All right, Wolves away.
you win.
West Ham at home.
Toss up a coin. I don't know.
Brighton away.
You win,
So you think we're gonna lose at home to Brighton,
and then go back and get revenge.
and then okay, I don't know why you think that. Newcastle at home.
Lose.
Spurs away.
Win.
Man Utd at home.
Lose.
I'll stop there. That takes us to 21st of January. Yeah. So you've got us basically losing or drawing most of these games.
Yeah.
So there's nothing.
said yeah.
The thing is, Marcus is a Man Utd supporter, innit? So there's nothing you've seen. This is a different Arsenal team, right? Like we're top of the league for a reason, right? We're playing better, mentality is better, squad cohesion is better, everything's better. It's everything's better, right? But you still think like I don't go into games thinking that we're underdogs. I feel like we're gonna win most games that I think we're playing. The only team that I fear is like, oh, we're gonna lose to this team is Man City. That's it. I'm not saying we're invincible and that we're gonna win every game, but I don't go into games fearing the other opposition now.
Yeah, and that's because you have turned the corner, innit? And you have got a bit more about you. Yeah, 100%. And the results that you have got, you deserve them. I'm saying you are where you are. I'm not surprised by it because I've seen the fixture list and I've seen the improvement that you have made from the first ball got kicked in the season. You have been going on and developing and improving that you have turned the corner and that you are a better team, well-run team. So I am not surprised at the results that you have got, if that makes sense.
You know, last season
you have showed who you are, and I just think you've had an easy run in the fixture list.
You know, okay, I'll quickly run through some of the games you've played already. Yeah, so Crystal Palace last season was a difficult game for us, right? We won that 2-0 away as well.
Well, you won. You only lost to us, so you won all your games.
I know, but
Did you draw the other day?
I know, but I'm
He
talking
needs,
about,
he
Southampton.
needs you to hear the teams that we've played.
yeah, I'm talking
Okay,
about
got
particular
it.
teams. Leicester last season wasn't an easy fixture for us. We won 4-2.
They're in the mud.
Bournemouth,
bottom of the
who
league.
cares? Fulham, Villa, who cares? United,
Villa.
fair enough. We
You
lost to you
lost.
guys, even
Yeah,
though we
go
deserved to win, right?
Go on then.
Brentford, whatever. Spurs,
Brentford.
we beat Spurs.
You always beat Spurs.
No, we don't always beat. We beat Spurs at home.
You
We always
always
beat Spurs. Liverpool, we always. And the thing is, for me, yeah, certain games hold more weight than others, right? For me, yeah. So for Arsenal to beat Liverpool for once showed me we've turned a corner because that game to me, that fixture meant a lot more than the others. That it holds a lot more weight. That is a proper like going to that game before. This is the test now. If Arsenal could beat Liverpool, it's showing me that this team has changed because we always lose Liverpool home and away, right? So that is proof in the pudding right there. To say otherwise is, being egregious. But yeah, I think I've proved somewhat of my point. But we can move on.
What about Man United? So Rashford's got his 100th
100th goal for the club. Hey, not everybody makes it to 100 goals, you know. Not everybody makes it to 100 goals. That pushes you to a different bracket. You don't want to have anybody that's played for you.
I
That's
don't think anyone cares that
goals,
Rashford reached 100 goals. To be fair, I don't think anyone cares. I don't think it's newsworthy.
I think a lot of people cared. I think a lot of people that cared that he reached 100 goals, especially in the fashion that he scored it in.
Okay.
He was the winner.
Okay.
Leaped up like a salmon.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, just flying. You don't even. They've probably got.
I ain't seen the goal. So I'm not sure.
It was a great header. It was Cristiano-esque. You know, you could tell they're hanging around together in training, giving him a few tips and stuff because you don't really score headers like that. But it was good. It was a good result. Scrappy, tough, hard fought performance. Didn't play the best in the world, but we got the job done. And it just speaks to what's going on over there. You know, the coaching staff, what they're doing, what they've turned around in like 4 or 5 weeks. It just speaks to everything that I actually said. Anyway, I said it here on this platform. Like after the 6-3, I told you that like we're gonna go on and not win all the games, but go on. If we go undefeated in the next 4, 5, 6 games, then like we're literally where I said it was gonna be. I don't know. You tried to make out like it was the end of the world, but I just said that result was kind of in keeping.
Nah, we didn't say the end of the world. I said you guys are gonna climb up. I did. Yeah, I did.
Well, the day after we're coming after the City smacked us.
I've always said that United, even privately, without you present.
You have conversations with yourself, Max.
Yeah.
Huh? You have conversations with yourself.
Is anybody in the chat here? But it's back.
No, Osprey and Iman. I said that.
Let me see what they're saying.
I wasn't going to say it in front of him, but remember I was saying that. Yeah, Man United are looking like they're gonna do something.
One second. Someone in the chat, please back me up because at the end of the day, user was after the 6-3. It was what was it?
It was what?
It was jubilation and rejoicing at the downfall of the Giants.
Two things can be true.
Yeah, that particular game. Yeah, you got battered. Yeah, that game. I'm not saying that your whole season's over.
Boy, what happens now and what does it look like?
We asked you what happened now, and you're like, I don't know.
I never said I don't know. I told you exactly what's going to happen. We're going to win our next games, and we're going to be back up to like that anomaly of a game was what you would have expected. You get what I'm trying to say?
No.
Would just happen? Yeah. No. If I said to you, if we walked into that game and I said we was going to lose 3-0,
you're rewriting history, sir.
Would you agree with me? You said yes. So, and I also said, I've said it on many different platforms, yeah. So when you take in, okay, cool, we conceded 6, yeah, but we scored 3. You know what I'm trying to say? The difference is only 3 goals.
No one cares about that.
What I'm trying to say is, so if you look at it as a whole, in keeping, yeah, the results not as crazy as you are making out. It's kind of to be in keeping with what you would expect. So then you're telling me, well, what's going to happen moving forward? I told you what's going to go and happen moving forward. We're going to beat this one in Europe, win this one in the league. The only place that we dropped points where I thought we would have took all of them was Newcastle. You get me? But even after that, with hindsight, I think Newcastle are proper outfit.
You're beating Sheriff and Moldable.
That's who we have to play. I'm looking at the results. You're telling me what's going to happen. I'm telling you what we're going to go and do.
But you're saying that it's not surprising that you beat Sheriff.
No, you're just moving the goalposts. You just asked me what was going on. It was all doom and gloom, and we're finished 6-3, 2 hat-tricks.
Was it doom and gloom? They were finished.
I said he has
He's making stuff up.
I told you.
He's making stuff up. You know, you're projecting how you feel about Arsenal onto us. We don't feel the same way about Man United. It's fine.
I told you, this is just a blip. It's not a big deal. And I said to you, so you're acting like all this. What happens if we go the next 4 games undefeated? Then what? Then where do we go from here? What? I posed this question to you. Just on the internet. You can find it.
This segment, yeah. Let's just look at the league table, innit, and just see where everyone is. You know what I'm trying to say?
You've played all them rejects and we're flipping what? 8 points behind you, lot.
Let's see where everyone is.
Are you crazy?
I'll
take that. So you don't think you can keep an 8-point gap to the end of the season, knowing that you still? All right, fine. I'll take that. On us, then you say. Look about the league table. We're 6 points behind. We're 6 points behind City. You are 2 points.
We ain't hating. You guys are just meaty.
That's fine. I've got a strong feeling I'm gonna have the last laugh on this, boy. So
the thing is. There's a lot of Man United fans here that I've spoken to in the last couple of days.
Carry on, boy.
They just can't take it.
Can't take what?
The fact that Arsenal are doing well, you can't take it. It's burning your heart, bruv.
It doesn't burn my heart.
It is burning your heart. Well. I can see it, bro. Like, it's burning your heart.
I can see it.
Like, listen, bro. Listen, the proof's in the pudding. Numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie. Numbers don't, innit?
Okay.
Arsenal on top of the league. Yeah, 31 points,
and
bruv.
Deservedly so, man.
Yeah, and may it continue.
Deservedly
and
so.
Also, maybe you're here thinking that we're saying that we're going to win the league. We're not going to win the league. But guess what we're going to do? Qualify for the Champions League.
Okay.
And finish above you.
That's fine.
Yeah?
Finish above us.
So your hot take is still you guys finish above us, yeah?
I honestly believe we finish
And
above
what position would that be?
No, Brent, that's not his hot take.
I-
No, wait. His hot take is that Arsenal not finishing in the top 4. That's the hot take. He knows it as well.
So what position would that be?
Huh?
Second, third?
We are gonna finish third. Anything less than third.
So
will be
who's
a
second?
tragedy.
Tottenham?
Huh?
Who's second? Tottenham?
I don't know.
Or is it you going to say Newcastle?
I don't know. I just
I
said
know,
we
I'm
finished.
no. I know you don't know, but that hasn't stopped you before. Give me the hot take.
And also, where are Arsenal finishing?
In my opinion, Arsenal are going to finish in the lofty heights of fifth.
So Arsenal are dropping all the way down from this stronghold on first to 5th.
Fair man, everything is possible.
It's
Right?
crazy.
Yeah.
Everything is possible. 100%. So top 4, please.
My top 4, as I see it now, is Man City, United, Newcastle, Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
The faith is strong. I like it.
Newcastle,
Tottenham
Chelsea.
is dropping off the
Because
top 4.
Chelsea don't concede a lot. So
So Tottenham's dropping on the top 4. They're going to
Tottenham-
be 6th.
Tottenham are a myth.
Okay.
Tottenham ain't the real deal. Tottenham are a myth. You get me? They're going through it right now. Conte ain't going to stay there. Harry Kane probably goes at the end of the season.
Son said he wants to leave.
Just
as well.
that brand of football, they was picking up results in that before, but when things are messing up behind the scenes, I just don't have no faith in them. That brand of football, there's nothing in it. They don't leave nothing to be desired. Spurs ain't nothing to worry about. User ain't got to worry. North London's red.
Okay. So after the Chelsea game, I'm going to ask you again, top 4, right? Because I guess how we play against Chelsea might change.
There'll be a barometer of what's going on. And it could. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, if you absolutely blow them out of the water, I'm going to come in there. I'm going to change my opinion. I'm going to put more respect in his name.
Just for that one game.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Cool.
Yeah, cool, thank you.
All right, let's get on to some boxing.
God, let me take this.
All right, so Lomachencko had a fight over the weekend against Jermaine Ortiz. He won by unanimous decision. Apparently, anyway, the scores were 115 to 113, 116 to 112, and 117 to 111. But basically, a lot of people are basically saying, if you saw the fight, it was a lot closer than that. You know what I'm saying? He deserved to win, but it was a lot closer than that. The scores pretty much didn't tell the full story. I haven't seen the fight. I haven't seen the highlights either. But it looks like Loma's back, man. He was off for like a year because he actually went back to his homeland, Ukraine, because of the whole, obviously the Ukraine-Russia war. Same thing Usyk did as well. So he's done his 1 year of territorial defense and everything, and now he's back to boxing, and he wants some big fights. And yeah, man, I think that's pretty much one of my favorite divisions as well, the lightweight divisions. You got Lomachencko, you got Devin Haney, you got Tank, you got Ryan Garcia, you got Shakur Stevenson, who's going to come up as well. So yeah, like if any of those guys are fighting amongst each other, sick fights. And also in boxing, I'm pretty sure Esther didn't watch it over the weekend.
Definitely. I didn't remember it was on. Definitely didn't.
But yeah, Katie Taylor, I mean, she was the favourite to win anyway, and she won. She outpointed the challenger, Karen Elizabeth Carabajal, who's from Argentina. Yeah, like I said, she was expected to win anyway, so she pretty much won by like unanimous wide victory. The challenger hadn't like fought outside of Argentina before. Like this is her first time. She's undefeated, but it's her first time actually fighting outside Argentina and getting some, some proper competition outside of her home country. So good experience for her. But again, Katie Taylor, she's trying to be one of those that's competing for that title of the GOAT, the greatest woman of all time. You know what I mean?
You said GOAT.
Yeah, GOAT. Clarissa Shields, she has that title in my opinion anyway. You know what I'm saying? But Katie Taylor's up there, man. Like I said, she had that sick fight with Serrano, I think it was earlier this year. Like if there's a fight you want to watch, women's boxing, that's definitely one of them.
Big up UKE.
Yeah, man, 100%. And the last thing is, this guy, Jake Paul, fought Anderson Silva. You guys know Anderson Silva, like the legendary UFC fighter. Jake Paul beat him, which was bound to happen because, Anderson Silva's 47. You know what I'm saying? But funny enough, he didn't knock out Anderson Silva like he did Woodley, like he's done all them other guys.
That's a good 47.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So I wasn't expecting Anderson Silva to win at all, but he did get knocked down in the last round. But again, he got up, made it to the end, and he did his thing, man. And
Is
you know,
he a boxer?
No, he's not. Exactly.
Who, Anderson Silva?
Anderson Silva, yeah.
I need to see what Anderson Silva looks like.
What do you mean he's not a boxer?
As in, like, he does like other stuff, jiu-jitsu and all that.
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
So he doesn't just do boxing.
Okay.
So still, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, look at Woodley, younger.
It's a black man too.
Yeah.
Okay, Anderson.
Yeah, so
Love to see
I think he did his thing, man. And again, he probably didn't take that much damage, and he would have made like I don't know how many millions. You know what I'm saying? Probably. I can't even really give an estimate, to be fair.
Yeah.
But probably over 10 million, I'd say, just for that one fight.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I saw some of the highlights. It was all the judges gave it to Jake, innit?
Yeah. So you got it by 78 to 73, 77 to 74, and 78 to 73.
That's close, then, isn't it?
Not really.
No, okay,
Not
man. I'm
really,
just
yeah.
trying to get involved. My
Yeah.
bad. Just stayed in my lane.
They basically, on average, gave Anderson Silva like 2 or 3 rounds. That's it, pretty much.
Now, big up
That's
the black
something,
man. He looks good for his age and everything.
What's the word in the boxing community? Are they taking Jake Paul serious at all?
Some people are, you know.
Yeah.
And to be fair to Jake Paul, man, like he's knocking out guys who are experts in combat.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like in actual real combat. Even
Yeah.
though they're not experts in boxing,
Yeah.
he's still doing his thing and knocking these guys out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, obviously he's a joke, man, because he's still trying to call out people like Canelo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Canelo would, you know what I mean? That would, yeah. No matter how much millions they put on the table, I don't think Canelo should fight him.
You think Jake Paul could train and get enough experience to where he might be able to fight
Canelo?
Canelo, yeah.
No. Canelo, it could be a murder thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Canelo kill him. 100%.
No, I'm not doubting that. I'm just thinking about, do you reckon Jake could ever get to a point where he could become as good as...
No, not at all. Canelo's been boxing since he was like a kid, like 6 years old or something like that. So yeah, man. And Canelo's pound for pound boxer, best boxer in the world right now as well. Like, no one's messing with Canelo. So so no chance.
So is he being strategic with who he's fighting?
Oh,
Because
100%.
I kind of want him to get beaten by a proper boxer, though.
The one chance.
Is it bad for me to want him to get beaten?
No, not at all.
It's on brand for you, Brent.
Who do you want Jake Paul to get beaten?
Yeah.
I think everyone wants him to get beaten.
Yeah, everybody does, man.
What is interrupting Iman's camera? It's bugging me. Where's Iman's camera? Which one's Iman's camera?
That one over there. What's interrupting?
Oh no, it's Marcus' hat.
Oh. Thinking, what is that? It's really freaking me out.
Yeah, man. But yeah, like the only person who probably like would have fought and probably lost is what's his name, Tommy Fury.
Okay.
So he would have lost against him?
Yeah, potentially. I think he would have, because Tommy Fury is actual boxer. You know what I'm saying? And
Is that why they cancelled the fight?
Well, Tommy Fury, it looks like Tommy Fury was the one more so avoiding the fight. To be fair, if you're looking at like what's happened.
Listen, Molly May's pregnant, bruv. He's got other responsibilities at the moment, man.
Yeah.
Him be a dad and...
Because there was a lot of stuff, like all the stories didn't seem to favour Tommy Fury.
Maybe that's why he kept cancelling.
Why?
Because Molly, because basically she's got PCOS, so it's difficult for her to get pregnant.
Okay.
So and like she's had like some health issues, but they never wanted to announce the pregnancy, so he would have had to just keep cancelling stuff. Obviously, if you can't leave her side and all that kind of stuff.
Maybe.
Not maybe Sherlock. Okay, yes.
So yeah, but yeah, it would be good to see him fight Tommy Fury or somebody who's an actual boxer. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but credit to Jake Paul though, because he's doing his job. To be fair. Yeah, and that's the end of the reaction.
All right, nice. Let's get into Done Out Here.
I haven't didn't even look into it. Obviously, you threw something to my attention before we started filming, and it triggered me.
You me?
Nah, Eamon.
Oh, Iman. Oh, okay.
You're gonna have to help me on this, Eamon. Do you know more about this story?
Kind of.
Well,
I'm reading as we go.
You just want to come at them.
No. This well, firstly, yeah, I got a ticket on the weekend,
Okay.
and I've been on such a good run.
Yeah, you have.
And I thought I read the sign, yeah. But and after I had the conversation with my friend the next day, I'm an actual idiot, because it's like I parked up Fountain Space right outside the restaurant where I was going. Looked at the thing. It said, permit holders or whatever said, it says, oh, time finishes at 6:30. I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I'm straight.
6 o'clock, wasn't
Walked into dinner. The table, I was definitely at the dinner for 6 o'clock. I wasn't
it?
thinking.
No, but that person was out 30 minutes and you got a ticket. That's
Yeah, but
mad.
I wasn't thinking in my mind. I don't know why. I
You
just
probably
told
just thought it was
myself.
later than it was.
Yeah, I just
It's
told,
winter.
it was getting dark and stuff. Like I just told myself, like, yeah, I'm straight. You get what I'm trying to say? It
that's
wasn't until
fair
we had the
enough.
conversation next day, and I thought,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I did see that. I did see that. Came out, got a ticket, and as well, yeah, like, you know, when you like, because birthday dinners and all that, you're coming around, people want to split bills and what they're doing.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. I just said, you know what? Take £100.
Okay.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Not knowing there was 150 in your car.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, because I'm not doing maths. But
Yeah,
if
and you're just,
I
yeah.
couldn't have spent more than, I don't know, 30, 40 quid or something like that. But it's my friend's birthday. I didn't get him anything. I just
Oh,
want
yeah,
to
you
be
pay for
helpful.
the friend's dinner as well. Yeah,
Boom.
yeah.
I was like, you know what? My things, take £100 and then you got rejig whatever you
Yeah.
got split and
Yeah.
I'll go about my business. Felt like
Your
the man.
business was
Makes sense, yeah.
tickets.
Get me?
I feel like the man.
Felt like the
I feel
man.
like the man when I walk through.
You know
Get
what? Life
me?
is about balance because you were quickly humbled when you as soon as you stepped
Walked
outside.
outside. Oh, shit!
Could have kept that 100.
Oh, where's my change?
Bro, I wanted to double back in the shop and say, yo, change your
Get my
plan.
change.
Give my money. Everybody give my money because we're going to need this cost of living. You get what I'm trying to say? Inflation, all these things. So, yeah, I got a ticket. And anyway,
dear,
it's
man.
not about me. It's about this idiot showing off, yeah, online. I see him on TikTok talking about broke people call them parking tickets. I just call it the cost of VIP parking.
Oh, shut up, man.
You
You
get
know
me?
what? I see it a lot, you know. So around Canary Wharf, right? Just around the area, across Harbour, Southgate, whatever. There's always, like, I don't know, this one Lamborghini Urus and a few other cars, right? Who always park on double yellow lines, right? But they park there religiously. They'll get a ticket. Next day,
They're
I'll see the
parking
car
again.
again, no ticket. Next day, with a ticket. So the way I see it is, they're looking at this as a £60
Parking.
parking ticket.
Yeah.
I'm gonna park here because I don't want to park anywhere else.
Convenience.
I'm just gonna pay £60 because they have the money for it.
I'm not gonna lie. Before we got into our cost of living, I could look at it like that sometimes. Like if it suits my purpose, if I
Yeah.
got somewhere I want to be,
Yeah,
if I want to
yeah.
do something, I'm like, you know what, I'm parking it. I'm
Yeah.
taking a risk. If
I'm
I get
like-
it, I get it.
I'm like, I see this car all the time and he always has a ticket, so he knows what he's doing. He just thinking this is a £60 parking space for me.
Yeah, but this guy's showing off. He's a
got money.
self-styled
Yeah.
multi-millionaire. Yeah, and he brags about how much money he's got and all these things and like making people feel poor. You're influencing people to park in stupid places. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, but come to find out, there's a little bit holes in this story. Like, it's a lot of funny money. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, the stuff where he's showing, like, he brags about earning 300 bags a month. Firstly, yeah, we've got 2 Rolexes worth about 40 grand. All this stuff, and he gets his TikTok followers to subscribe to his financial advice thing. $29.99 a month. I don't know how many subscribers you
That's
got,
mad.
but people are subscribing to hear like
How they're poor.
yeah, basically just to hear how they're poor and to hear his tips and tricks on finance and stuff like that. Showing off in a big house, boom, boom, boom. Well, come to find out, this house he's moving like is his. Yeah, it's not even his. He's renting it. You get what I'm trying to say? He's renting. You get me? And he's showing off. In his defense, he's saying, boy, even if I am renting or if my car is financed, for you to have this kind of stuff, you have to have money, isn't it? So why is it in my business? You don't know how much I'm earning. But I just think your track record's bad. He's got a few
Yeah.
companies that he's had to dissolve, yeah, because couldn't show any earnings. You get me? He couldn't show any earnings, so he's bankrupted himself a few times. There's trouble in there. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, the money's not as certy as he's making out. And my thing is, yeah, I don't like when people want to influence people and do the whole lifestyle thing and you're not really getting it. You get me? Like, faking it till you make it or whatever. Because you're influencing people to do shoppiness. You know what I'm trying to say? That like, he's influencing people, making people feel bad because they don't want to get the parking fines. Like, I don't want the fines. That's £65 killing me. I'm going to look at it for 2 weeks before I even pay it.
You pay on the 13th day.
I'm not paying it instantly because then I'm going to forget the trauma and I'm not going to learn the lesson.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
You gotta let it hang over your head.
Yes, I got to let it weigh heavy on my head for the whole 2 weeks. I got it on the fridge. Every time I get water,
Reminder.
it's there. I'm not paying it to the 13th day. And this idiot's moving like it's nothing, but then really you're outside claiming bankruptcy and thing. You get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, I think he's an idiot for that. What's his name?
What is it?
Daniel.
Is it Damaris? Damaris.
Desmaris.
Oh, that's it, not
Desmaris.
Daniel. Luke Desmaris, 27. You're down at air because you're just I don't know, man. Just promoting this fake lifestyle that's not true. And I even got no real proof of this. I'm just onto you. Like I said, I'm just triggered, yeah,
I'm
because
just
I
upset.
got a ticket. I'm just upset because I got a ticket and I'm taking it out on you because you apparently don't care about tickets. You can afford to do this foolishness. You get me? And all of us can. But don't like be broke shaming people about broke people see a parking fine. Bro, I saw a parking fine when I came out of the restaurant, bro. That was a fine. That was £65 I don't have.
Yep.
You get me? Like real life. This guy is chatting shit, man. I need to look into your accounts and your dealings much more so we can see what's really going on. I think his last actually he's got a company now, but it showed his owner retained profits of £6,400 in your latest accounts. Oh, guess what happened?
But you gone.
It was cutting it thin, man.
You didn't charge it over time.
Huh?
You're an egg.
You said 16 would make it.
First of all, I didn't say anything.
Man
of the
came there
sort.
with 16%.
So basically, yeah.
No, I'm never gonna make it.
So basically, he came in and he's like, "You ready to go?" I said, "Yeah, I'm ready to start the week. Let's do this." And he goes, "I'm ready too." But he said, "Oh, actually," then checked his iPad. Battery said 16%. I said, "You know what? It could be worse." Is why I said, Marks. I didn't say you could make it. I said it could be worse because you had times when you walked in with 0, well, your iPad's not responding to you. But I thought you picked up the charger.
No, I was just
So you were really holding on for 16%.
ride it till the walls fall off, baby.
But you know what? You got good faith because you basically lasted.
Yeah,
Just about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about
Pretty much.
literally.
And if we kept our timekeeping, I would have made it.
Yeah, because you wanted to argue about football. I was doing really well at the time.
Same.
But you see how
We
stubborn.
were doing really well.
You see the spirit of stubbornness that resides within him. He saw that at the top right-hand side, going down yellow, then red.
Oh my gosh, that's true. You would have had
He
1%.
didn't move. He got up to pee.
Oh yes.
Got up to pee, tripped over a wire,
And then crossed the wire and
Man's
beat
giving
there.
all the
sat
details.
down, blocked Emmanuel's camera. Still seeing red. He's like,
1%. Let's see how far I can really get
Man's
this.
giving all the details.
You are a
don't ever
character.
change, please.
Tripped up
You
on
are
the wire.
honestly, you are a character. You are one of a
Don't ever
kind.
change.
I tried, people, man. I tried.
No, you are one of a kind.
But Luke, man, you're down at Air, man. Don't be broke shaming people, man, because I'm them people that you're talking about.
Yeah,
Ain't
same.
no shame in my game.
You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
marketing tickets are stress.
It's ridiculous.
Walk out a venue and you see that yellow thing. You're thinking, for fuck's sake.
Telling you, man.
Do you know the worst
Come
is when you
on,
have to
Matt.
turn a corner to get to your car,
Yeah.
and as I turn the corner, I'm thinking, Lord, say it ain't so.
Let me tell you that I'm lying as well. I put sauce on it. I never came out of the venue and I was horrified. I wasn't. I dropped some people to another venue, yeah, around the corner from my house, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I left there, it was like, come in for a drink. I was like, okay, you know what? Let me come in for a drink. I'm gonna find parking. So I've gone to the new venue, yeah. Found parking, and I'm getting ready, packing up my car. I look to my left. Oh my God. What is this? And then I found it.
First of all,
Before I was going to spend more money. I
First of
said,
all-
nah.
how did you miss it?
I don't know. I
Hey,
don't know.
that happens to me bare times, you know.
What's it called? I heard
Yeah.
about a trick that people use. Maybe you tell me if it works or not. If you get a parking ticket,
Yeah.
keep the yellow packet, right?
Yeah.
And if you park somewhere, just say you park on the double yellow, put
the
that
ticket
parking
there.
ticket into your windscreen thing because then
No.
they can't give you another ticket.
No,
let me-
we
let
done
me
that.
do
We
it.
done that last year, Halloween.
It'll
Me
work.
and Savage Dan done that. We
It'll
got
work.
tickets somewhere.
Yeah.
The different boroughs look different, and certain man in these places are patrolling. They know you. I never gave you no ticket.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is my
true,
stomping
true.
ground, rude
Oh,
boy.
yeah,
You
yeah,
think
yeah.
I'm
I
stupid?
always heard that too.
Yeah.
And then
But
one
I
time I
came
saw
out. We
someone
had
with
more
2.
tickets.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I saw someone with 2 tickets. I said, okay, so it doesn't work then.
Yeah, no, it don't work.
'Cause I've seen a guy do it before. Get out of his car and then put the thing there.
I think if it's the same area, but then like these guys ain't stupid. If it's done like late at night in a certain area, like right, these people are patrolling. They know what they've done. I drove past this car
I
went there
haven't walked
before,
past it, yeah.
and you put a ticket on it. It's like you think they're even more. They'll give you 2 tickets if they can.
Yeah, they're annoyed now, isn't it?
That's
Yeah,
so funny.
that don't work, man. That don't work.
Animals, man. That's everything happened to me. I was driving
And we
somewhere.
use this, you take accountability for where you park.
They're
They're doing their job.
I remember I was driving somewhere. It's only afterwards, while I was driving now, on the dual carriageway, and I thought, what's this thing flapping there? And I thought, what?
Flapping in the wind.
Oh, they got
I'm
me.
telling you, man, I was so annoyed.
Ah, it's horrible, man.
It really can
horrible.
ruin your day.
Even the other day, I saw a woman driving off with it there. I thought she doesn't know
She
it's
doesn't
there.
have a clue.
I think, should I tell her? I thought, nah.
Nah, she'll find out.
She was driving out the car park and I saw the ticket. I thought, why hasn't she taken it off?
She knew. She said, "Mind your business."
Oh, mate.
Alright, man, you're done out here, man. Don't be broke shaming us, man. You're taking the piss. But yeah,
Hate
man.
to see, man.
Let's get into these outros.
Let's do it. Made history because for the first time during the show, we had the same likes as the people watching.
Is it?
Yes, but however, there's been some new people that have entered that didn't get the memo. So if you guys could just do that for us, that'd be very great. No, but honestly, yeah, we were like over 200 and the likes and the views actually matched.
That's how it should be every day.
That's great, man.
That's how it should be every single day.
Thanks, people, man. We appreciate the support.
We definitely
man.
do appreciate it. We
for
really
real,
do appreciate it. And let me just, while we're, asking for favors, you might as well share this with your friends. throw this in your group chat. You might as well. But thank you guys for tuning into the show. We appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in live. Shout out to the live crew. Also, the callers we had today. We had Jess. And we had the man who hopefully called back. I think he was in the comments. It's Kay, I think.
Okay.
Hopefully you call back tomorrow and we can chop it up after I get my receipts overnight. But you might not want to because I'm going to have a lot to say tomorrow. But no, we appreciate all you guys all the time. Follow us on all our social media platforms. The Day After TNB. If you want to call in or you want to send voice notes or text in asking for a friend, what would you do? Or you just want to, just join in the conversations that we're having. The number is 075 6484 1073. Also, don't forget you can join our community, which is basically our own social media platform. It's like our own Twitter, basically. And you do that by putting in your browser community.thenewblack.com. You will get prompted to download an app. Download it. If you'd like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, you can email our team thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Have a lovely Monday, people.
Oh, before we go,
Oh.
can I just say something? I was reminded about something by our good brother Tariq.
Yeah.
Earlier we mentioned in People's Journal about the prepayment meters.
Oh, yes.
Right. So basically, on the form,
Yeah.
or on the letter that you get with your bill,
Yeah.
on the very back of the last form, there's a barcode, and that's what you need to use to basically sort out your discount vouchers.
See, that's why people are missing it.
This is why people are missing
They wanted
it.
to hide it. They didn't want people to have those vouchers.
This is how they
They
behave.
don't read those letters, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they put that with the barcode in a very tight little corner.
Exactly. So people out there, prepayment meters,
Yes.
if you haven't got your £400 discount, check your letters, the very back page, barcode.
That's right. That is right. Well, we are giving you entertainment and giving you discounts. It's a win-win, really, isn't it? But guys, we will see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day.
Ciao.
Peace.
Bye.